Hello, my beautiful warriors of love and light, and welcome to this weekly reading from April 17 to the 23rd. So, let's get into these energies right away. Truth be told, I was like wavering whether I was going to do this video or not because I'm so exhausted, but I'm here, and probably going to be a long one as well because, you know me. So, as I said on Instagram and Facebook, the energies they're not even wild. I can't even say that they're crazy. They're almost void. Like you feel like you're walking through nothing almost, right? But there is this feeling that's coming up. Like for me, it's been great. I've been on a high and I've been like living life, kind of enjoying it in the void kind of thing. Because I know like there's like something, but there's nothing. Like there's, I don't know, like, but I'm just trusting and I'm just surrendering to it. But there's this this message that I got that we're in the final phases of destruction, right? So I'm like of the planet, and they're like of everything, right? Basically, we are the physical, which is the planet, and the energetic and the emotional. All the realms are like in their final phase of collapse. So it sounds scary, but it's kind of like I think most of us that are watching this are like, okay, yeah, right. It's like time kind of thing. It's like we've been training for this for millennia, like millions of years to get to this place, and it's happening, and we're feeling it. We've been feeling it, right, for especially these past 3 years, and now we are in a massive purge at this moment because all our triggers, all the toxicities within us, the toxic behaviors and patterns and all of that crapola is like rising within us, and it's like, hello, let's get out of here, right? So, there's a lot of people I know that are crying and getting angry, like I had a burst of anger because I got triggered yesterday. And I'm like, anger, that's like ego. That's mine because my mind is so like stuck. But why is my mind stuck? What am I holding on to? So I'm like, I need to go back into my childhood, into my teenage years. I have to understand what it is, right? So this is the work that we're doing. And it's like so necessary at this moment in time. It's not like it's not enough to just go, oh yes, I recognize, I see it, and it's fine. I'm just going to drink my way out of it or like smoke my way out of it, or I'm just going to like forget it. No, we need to do this. It's like, it's not it's a choice you're making because every part of this lifetime is a choice. But it's like, do you want to stay in the old energy or do you want to move up into a completely new energy? And the only way to do that is to release all that is coming up. The grief, the sadness, the hatred, all of it, even the happiness to the point where you're just like surfing. No, like there's like we have to really go deep, and it's like the mirrors around us because it's like all the mirrors and all the reflections that are coming up is us, right? It's a reflection of us, and it's all that we have created in this world. We created this illusion, our own illusion. We created our own dream. We created this game, this video game, this movie, however you want to see it. And it's crumbling because there's nothing to sustain it anymore. And you're going to see, because like I talked about that Pluto moving into Aquarius, but Pluto will retrograde in Capricorn as of June to January. And in that time, like that's the last leg of any like control energy. Because when we move into Aquarius for real for 20 years, that's like massive change. That is like why we're in this process of like releasing. And it's so imperative. And it's like me too. I'm getting triggered like massive. I'm getting like, it's that like, I feel like I've done a lot of work, but it's that one thing that I haven't really worked on. And I know what it is, and you probably know what it is for me too. Like I've been talking about it for the longest time, but it's like, it's okay. Like that is what we're doing. And I'm now having to surrender to it. And I'm having to like face that mofo. Like I just gotta face it. But there's this Yeah, there's a lot of fatigue, like a lot of fatigue. I've been like sleepless nights, but even like sleepful nights, but I still wake up tired, tired, tired. Why? Because we're doing a lot of work. This is something that no one really understands, but it's like maybe some of you do, but we do so much. Okay, my whole this whole year, the 3 years that I've been really connected to my higher self, every time I ask them, what do I do? They say nothing. And I was like, wow. My mind was like, no, of course, everybody else is busy. Like a few days ago, I was talking to a friend of mine. She goes, I'm so busy at work. It's like nonstop. I'm so busy with my dogs, with my family, my friends. I'm so busy, busy, busy. And I speak to someone saying, I'm busy, I'm doing this. And I'm like, wow, dudes, I'm not busy. I'm like doing nothing, right? And a little part of me is my mind comes clicks in and it's like, oh yeah, you're a loser. What are you doing? You should be doing something. You should go get a better job. You should go be doing this. You should be getting more clients. No, all this like, and my higher self's like, yo, are you for real right now? No. What is your only mission on this planet? I'm talking to like the ones that feel this energy, is to anchor your light. And that is your job, to do nothing. And it's very hard for the people who are living in the matrix and the dream and the illusion to like see past that. And I kind of get it now. And I'm like, ever since I'm doing nothing, money's come in, like I get appointments. Like every time I have this like breakdown of like, oh my God, then I get an appointment, right? Like, or I get many appointments or whatever. Like, it's just like that's why I'm saying manifestations. I said that in the video that are going to come more and more. Be mindful of how you're manifesting. If you're asking for a lottery win, that is not coming to you. You're going to get a massive lesson, because that is like, you don't need that, right? You want to have abundance. You want to have like, ooh, I just undid my necklace. You want to have enough money to, pay for whatever it is that you need, everything that you need. That's like where you're at right now. Okay, Sabrina. Second. Okay. And trust it, right? Like I always keep saying, it's like you put it out there once, you let it go. But we know we need to have it. Like it didn't happen. So she said 2 days. It didn't happen in 2 days. Trust, surrender, let it go. So as we walk through these energies, you're purging the old stories. Yes, that's what I just said. Okay. This is what I want to talk about, which I got these download this week as well, which I was like blown away. So, I mean, I think I've talked about this already 2 videos ago, but I'm going to say it again. Basically, we are like the phone chargers, the laptop chargers, like we are the chargers of the planet, right? Our light is anchoring the planet. So the planet needs our light to survive, to sustain itself. And so does humanity. So it's like, right now, the OGs, I call you, the OG, the original gangsters, which are the light workers, the starseeds, the way shores, whatever, and the twin flames are imperative at this moment in time, because we're the ones that are anchoring. Our key codes are coming in. We're activating our blueprints, and we're setting down the templates of the new earth, whatever we're creating new. And like, even if you don't even identify with anything I just said, you are here, right? We're all here doing the same thing. We just need to start trusting the plan a little bit more and stop playing in the external energies. The external energies are still like mirrors of us. So the more we heal our triggers, the more we heal ourselves, the more these external energies dissolve, right? That's the whole point, right? So it's like, if you're continuously like allowing it to just slide, that means you're just putting it back into the matrix, and the matrix is creating it for you to create more fears and more manipulations and more, all of it. Guilt, blah, blah, blah. I can go on and on. being a charger, battery charger, there was a point where I was like, oh, this is so interesting. You know how a lot of us in this community and also outside of this community, you're like, oh my God, that person had negative energy because I feel so drained. But let's turn that around. That person might have some low energy, but really, if they had low energy, it makes sense because then they're fueling off of us. They're recharging themselves with us because we are the freaking light. So our job here is to charge people. Charge the trees and the grass and the humanity. That's what we're doing. We are battery chargers. Battery. We are planet chargers. And that's why we feel freaking exhausted sometimes, because at night we work a lot because we're the most still at night. But we're working all day long. Charging. So it was this funny, like, I wrote this, like, you know, the twin flame to me is like the double A battery, basically, together. So I'm like, that makes so much sense. Okay, cool. You know, like, and then there's the single unit battery. Like, there's so many. But it's like, it's so much, I know it, like, to me it feels so real what I'm saying to you. And I know a lot of people, it's just like, it's like a little bit idealistic, but it really is that to me. And I don't see life the same way anymore as I used to. So I just go with the flow like this. And, you know, like, you guys can go with the flow. You don't resonate with this. Doesn't matter. You just let it go, right? It doesn't, no attachments anyways. So there was something I wanted to talk to you about. Surrender to whatever you created in your illusion. Yeah, trust that what you have brought in was destructive and triggering as it may seem. Yeah, the triggers are here to be released. Yes, that's very obvious. That's what I just said. And there is something that I wanted to talk about. The irresponsibility of us, all of us, because I could take responsibility for this too. The spiritual community is like, let the light, love the light in. Like, call in the light so that you can be what, right? I'm like thinking about this more and more. We called in all this light, but without realizing that the light coming into your body is creating all these triggers. It's release, right? Because your light comes into the body, expands your body, but at the same time, it's like creating a lot of stress in your body because it's like, okay, there's like so much density in here. We need to like work through the density. And what is density? Is your toxicity, your old patterns, your old stories, you know, everything that your old abuses, all of it, old stuck emotions, like tragedies, your grief, your disappointment, your betrayal, your self-hatred, your unworthiness. It's all there. So the light you bring in, I mean, it's not that it was irresponsible of us, but we needed to like explain it a little bit better. I just feel like by us just saying, "Oh, bring in the light," there was a consequence to it, and I mean, it's necessary, right? But I just feel like there's like, I don't know. It just makes me. Maybe it's like me. I'm just going through all these posts, and I'm just like, I can't deal. I just feel like we need to be more careful about what we share, because it's like destructive, right? Because the light is destructive because it destructs the inside, and we have to be ready for that. And we have to get ready for the purge, because light is information. Information coming into your body saying, hey, this doesn't feel right to me. I need to like release it somehow. So, and like light coming onto the earth, right? It's like, there's something wrong here. Like, that's not right. Like, we need to move things around. We need to like create a tsunami and the flood and the la la la. It's all the same, right? What's happening within you is happening outside of us. So it's like just being aware of it. And I think that's what we need to really like share with people, is to step into that freaking awareness. Be the observer of it. Like, step outside of ourselves and say, okay, I'm feeling this because the light is coming in. Because the light is the light and the dark. You know, the light is showing the dark within you, kind of thing. You know, the light and dark is working together. There's no dark is bad, and you know, there's none of that, because that's just the duality that's outside. There's all this coming out, this purge that's coming out, which is going to reflect itself in the physical. We're going to start to see it, but it's also seeing that physical purge and not getting attached to it, and not going, oh my God, these people are dying, this is dying. It's all the part of the movie. It's all part of every single soul that leaves the planet has done so through a contract, has decided to leave the planet. We are too attached to the physical, to the land, to the person, to like instead of like truly like going back into your light, beingness. Anyway, this is a process, right? It doesn't happen like overnight. Oh yeah, I'm like totally like this. We're all being freaking triggered, and we're all like having to face our deepest fears. We're all having to surrender to an unknown, and just walking through this towards this unknown, but excited, because to me, like sometimes I'm like, wow, man. Like yesterday, I had actually a really amazing tarot reader and Reiki practitioner. She's a friend of mine. She came over, and I'm actually going to put her link down below right now, so you can go like follow her on YouTube or on Instagram. She's amazing. And she like guided me, because I was completely triggered yesterday, and she's like, okay, Sabrina, breathe it in, you know, and like she gave me some really good advice, and I'm going to share it with you. So she was like, my issues with my self-loathing kind of thing. The ego wants to be seen by the external world, but our soul wants to see us, right? Kind of thing. It's okay that you don't love yourself. And I was like, wow, man, it's okay that you don't love yourself, because it's just energy. It's just part of the illusion. And I was like, boom, boom, boom. It's true, because we're so attached to the fact that I don't love myself. You know, not that I don't love myself. I do love myself. But, you know, I have, like, body issues. So I don't love my body at 100%. And I get stuck on that. I'm like, oh, yeah, why? What's your problems? You know, why? Like, you know, it's like you wear, like, I wear clothes that doesn't seem like I would be conscious of my body, right? But, like, it's just something deeper than that, though, right? So it was a very interesting conversation I had with her. She said something else. Oh, yeah. It's okay not to be okay, right? It's okay not to be okay. But also I don't want to, like, it's important not to sit in that too much. It's not okay, like, oh, it's okay that I feel like this. It's okay to feel at that moment that you're not okay, but to work through it, to go back into the past, and to really nip it in the bud of where it is that you were not, where it is in your lifetime that you were condescended to, or you were like told that you have an ugly body, or whatever it was, like you're stupid, or whatever your like issues are, right? The trigger that comes up for you. Really go back. And I thought I did it, but apparently I didn't, because it was triggered again. So this is the work that we're doing, and it's really cathartic. It really is kind of beautiful. So I'm like excited for it to go, right? We can no longer work from the old. No, we're heading into the unknown. Exactly. It's time to create the new. It's exactly what I wanted to say today, because there's just a lot of emergence coming out, like so much coming out, and it has to happen. And I'm like, I don't see the destruction in the world, but I guess there is, because I don't watch the news, and I know that it's I can feel it, because I feel it within me. So that's how I can trust my higher self, right? Anyways, just trusting your higher self is the best thing that you can do, right? Like, that is my opinion. Is like everything. It's like truly my family. It's my best friend. It's my everything kind of thing. It's just like in those times that I'm just like like doing frick all, which I'm supposed to be doing all the time. They're like, it's just a constant friend, right? That you have within you all the time. And it's you, right? I mean, you are, everyone around you is your friend, but sometimes you don't need to have always that around you. But anyways, you can do whatever you want. So this is my little message of 20 minutes today. So my small message. I'll see you in your readings. And let me know if there's other kinds of readings that you want from me, if you want pick a cards or anything else that's different, because I'm in the mood for like changing it up. And also I just remembered I'm going to give you a free reading, so let me get this free reading. Free reading time. Standard draw. We're going to go here. We're going to choose, I'm going to tap, and I got Sylvie Gare. So, if you leave me a message on Instagram, I can send you, we'll just discuss on Instagram or Facebook or wherever. All right. So, congratulations to your new reading. Just ask me a question and I'll send you a link. So, if you can, my April is like filling up and May is filling up because May is birthday month. So you can book appointments with me for Zoom meetings or live sessions. Are always welcome. Just check all my information below. I love you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe as usual, because you know that helps my channel. And I love you, and I'll see you in your readings. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aries. We got surrender to the flow. This like ladybug on this leaf in the air. It's kind of poetic. To me, surrender to the flow. Like if you're coming from Instagram and Facebook, it's exactly what it says. It's like there's a feeling of you holding on. You're holding on tightly. You're attaching to a story. You're controlling the situation around you, your relationships, your work, your whatever it is, instead of just allowing things to flow. Like that is where we're at. If we're like trying to control something, then we're playing in this freaking dream. We're playing in the Matrix, because that's what it's all about, control out there, right? So why would you want to perpetuate that? You don't. You want to allow things to flow in. Even it's not going to take the time that you wanted to take, Aries. It's like, well, I have a deadline. Well, deadlines don't work in the universe. It happens when it's supposed to happen. So let go of the control. So let's go. So this week, I'm going to just pull out all the cards. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just whatever came out, came out. So we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. The Three of Pentacles is a card of, you see she's sitting on a whole bunch of hands. It's a collaboration, getting help from other people, but in reverse is you're resisting help from others. You're not wanting to ask other people for help because you're too proud, or you're like, I can do this on my own. You know, that complex, that hero savior complex is here showing up for you. So let's just get this going. The Justice card in reverse. Again, this is balance, detach. Again, attachment. Interesting. Attachment to something. You're having a hard time. Oh, the Tower card. Dude, what's going on here? All that glitters. All that glitters is not gold. Live your soul, not a role. Nice, interesting. Strengthen your gifts. And your challenge this week is the Mentor. So the Mentor is an interesting challenge to have, because the Mentor is like, either you are the mentor, you feel like you are the healer or the one that has to share your gifts, or you have something to share, but you're feeling a little drained, perhaps. Or maybe there's someone that you look up to and it's not working like for you. So this is interesting. Let's look at the whole picture here though, because right away when I see like these 3 cards, to me speaks of you moving into your it's exactly this, the surrendering to the flow, because you are stuck in a paradigm within your life right now that is it's been a continuous like story that keeps showing up in your life, whether it's with work, whether it's with a relationship, whether it's like some of you could be divorced or separated and it's still chaotic in your life because of it. Could you have an ex or that is constantly like there and is constantly bringing up these triggers within you, and you're moving through these things, and you're this makes sense. It's like you're questioning your ability to heal yourself. You're questioning your journey, because as mentor or the mentors around you, you're like, what the F? Like, I'm being guided towards what? And here I am still feeling all the feels. Here I'm still getting triggered by my ex or by like this person, that person. There's a feeling here like you're holding. But this talks to me like of attachment. You're attaching on to that which you need to release. You're feeling unbalanced. I don't know. There's this interesting energy here with this. It's like someone who promised to work with you, someone who promised to collaborate with you, is a little bit, has taken a few steps back. You're feeling that squeeze there. You're feeling a bit like you're not being supported, encouraged. All that glitters. Someone promised you something, money, investment. Someone promised to help you morally, whatever, and it's just not panning out. And you were all like in the clouds with, oh yeah, like it's going to bring in a lot of money for me, a lot of abundance, or it's going to be like, oh, it could be a relationship that everything, it was a facade, is what I'm feeling here. There's a facade shit happening here. Oh my God. And live your soul, not a role, is exactly that. You're not here to play in this field here. You're not here to play in these relationships. You're not here to play with these jobs and businesses and projects. We're not here. I'm not even here to be a tarot reader, by the way. We're here to do nothing. We're here to like live our soul. The roles that we choose are all this. That's why this destruction, tower energies are here for you. You are in a process of massive change, Aries. There's a massive clearing happening for you. And you're like almost seeing with your eyes all the gold and the facade of light, of people around you that have promised you things throughout your lifetime. They've promised you, okay, I'm going to be a better husband, I'm going to be a better wife, I'm going to be a better boyfriend, girlfriend, I'm going to be a better boss, whatever, friend, family member. I'm just going to, like, and it's just like empty. You're seeing it as empty promises. And you're annoyed. Like, I'm annoyed by them too, because it's like, but everything is a mirror. So everything's a reflection. If they are treating you this way, it means that you have lacked that way in your life. So you need to, there's a lot of work here that needs to be done. Perhaps you have been swept under all the facade, all the glittery things in life, and you've fallen, like Aries loves the status and loves the recognition, loves to be awarded, loves to be put on that pedestal as well. There's that feeling here as well. But that's not what it is. We're not here to be put on pedestals. And it's so hard for the human to understand that. It's like you have to surrender. You have to allow this. But I really, truly feel like you have been like jilted. Someone has promised you something. and they haven't come through on their promise. And hence why you are like, you're second guessing yourself. You're second guessing your decisions that you have made. You're just second guessing everything, and stop second guessing. Because if people are doing that to you, then you're showing them their true colors, right? And it's it's at that moment to step into your soul and not into that role of yours. It's time to step into that mentor that you are, the healer that you are, and say, okay, why am I allowing them to weigh so heavily on me? Why do I allow these other energies to like sit on me and weigh me down? I have to let it go. It's just like I'm holding on. I'm attaching them for comfort, for security, for stability, for encouragement, for support. Strengthen your gifts, Aries. What is it that you're good at, Aries? Then go and do that. What makes you happy? Nothing? Then go do that. Like, I really truly believe that is what we're being pushed into. Because no one knows what's coming. No one knows this. So why don't, in the meantime, do things that truly inspire you? Strengthen your gifts. If your gift is like reading people, then freaking do that. Like, it doesn't have to quantify itself with money, which is the matrix again. You're playing in the illusion. Surrender to the freaking flow. To me, there's a huge, this speaks of a big disappointment. But I almost feel like it has to show up in your life. It's like coming to show you, Aries, that you're looking too much on the outside of this. Because like even in relationships, it's like, love is all there is in this world. Yes, I agree. But it's not love from someone else. It's love within yourself. When you are completely 100% in love with yourself, you do not require love from anyone else. And we're not all there yet. Because we're still like the dream of the love and the soulmate and the twin flame and the whole thing is a part of the matrix illusion. You do not need another person in your life to fulfill your life. I'm fulfilled, Sabrina, I'm fulfilled. And just like, I need a companion. Why? Because you're not 100% in love with yourself and comfortable with yourself. And that's okay. Like, we're all there. That's what we're trying to break down. But I feel like with these cards that you have been kind of taken advantage of with a partner, with a friend, a family, whatever it is. It could be even a business opportunity here that has gone sour or that has been promised to you and it's just not working out. It could also be relationship, whatever it is. There's just a feeling here that there's like, I even feel like you were going to sign papers, a contract, negotiation. It just didn't work out. Could be like a bad divorce or separation, a breakup here. But there's no bad anything. It just might feel in the moment that it's shit, but it's the best thing for you. Surrender to whatever is happening to you. Surrender to whatever path is actually opening up for you. Not the path that you're creating because you wanted to control the path. Well, I want to do this and he or she promised me this and it's not working, so F him or her and I'm going to no. Release. Let it go. Yeah, you don't want to help me? Too bad. Then someone else will help me. Or I'm going to help myself. I'm going to figure this out. You are the mentor in the end of this, right? You're feeling a little bit jilted, or you're feeling a little taken for granted, unappreciated, and it's making you feel like you're worthless. And I don't like that from you, Aries. Not at all. And there's the energies are here though. It's like insane in the membrane. You are going through a massive purge at this moment in time, but that is important for you to pay attention to this right now. Because this week, if you're going through this purge, or the next week, or whenever this happens for you, you're being asked to look at what this is for you. What seems to be all glittery and is like effing you, you know, it's not working out for you. Don't keep falling on this, the facade. It's time to go deeper and live your soul, right? Not the freaking role that you're playing, which is we're the actors, right? We're the avatars. We're like playing these roles, which we created. It's fine. But now if you're aware of the fact that you're a freaking actor, or you're a freaking director, or whatever you are, step back and say, well, I'm going to change the story now. I'm not going to continue doing this story because it's not bringing me anywhere. It's making me feel like shit. It's making me feel worthless. It's making me feel like I'm not supported. It's making me feel all these things. I'm not going to hang on to this story of this divorce, this separation, this breakup. It happened for a reason. Bye-bye. Out of my hair. I'm not interested. I'm not going to play in that energy anymore. That contract that didn't go well, that promotion that wasn't given to you, that raise that, like, you know, that's what all this is. It's like something that was promised to you, and then now it's being pulled back. Like the rug is being pulled from under you. No, I don't like it. So it's time to strengthen your gifts. It's time to love yourself 100%. You, yourself, and I, right? Me, myself, and I. Remember, you're the frickin' this. You are this, like, owl, right? We are the intuition. Trust your intuition. You are not alone. At any moment, you're never alone. But relying on someone else for happiness or love or whatever is not the way of the new earth. That's in the old story, the future story. But the new earth is you. It's just you. Wow, man. This is like powerful freaking energy here. You are going through some massive trigger, some massive enlightenment is coming for you. Like it's going to open your eyes. You're going to see things very clearly. It's not going to be comfortable. I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't see it as being comfortable at all. But soul work is not comfortable and light work is not comfortable. But get ready to like, it's like time for you to jump out of whatever this is holding you back. Like 11 and 16 is 27. 27 plus 3 is 33. So 3 is like getting creative. It's like moving into your Empress role. It's time to nurture yourself. It's all here, babies. Right, Aries, this is your message. It's a massive one, but you got this, Aries. It's time to start focusing on what you're good at, what you love to do, and not focusing so much on what they're not bringing you, what it is, because when you focus on that, it's lack. Surrender, trust, love you. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also, like, share, comment, subscribe, and super thanks if you can. Love you. Bye. Hello. Hello, my beautiful. Oh my god. I can't even speak. What is going on? Hello, my beautiful Aries. No. What is going on with you, Sabrina? Okay. Hello, me. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Let's get this party started. Hello, my beautiful Taurus. We got love that you are different. So if you just watch my bloopers, you know I'm different. I couldn't even get Taurus out. Anyways, love that you are different is a freaking amazing card. I love it. It's just like a rabbit with fairy wings on, and then a snake tail, and then a like funny like acorn. Like it's like a crazy card. Like if you look at it, like, it's a different rabbit. And that's who we are, and that's where we're being guided towards, like going towards the crazy you. You know, like I don't know if at the beginning of April I called this the unapologetic month, the who cares month, basically. Everybody that's reaching out to me a lot this month, and they're saying, this guy is like, who cares? It doesn't matter. It's like time to really step into your, when you're, when I say step into your truth, it's really being 100 and 1,000% honest with yourself. When someone asks you, do I look good in this? And you're like, not really, no, you should change your top. Like, do you love me? No, not really. I think like really be real, because that's honoring your soul. And when we dishonor our soul, we know what happens. It's the freaking constant lessons that go in and out. And it's like, but I'm just trying to make people feel good. I'm like, no, man. No, you're trying to make yourself feel good for that other person. You're not really making that person feel good, because in the end, you're screwing that person over, but not telling the truth to them. But what is the truth, really, right? Is your truth any, better than their truth? No. But it's just it's like an interesting query, of course, because it's like we're having to be just ourselves. And I used to be myself more and more, and now I found myself being less myself because I was trying to create a persona. But now I'm like, I'm back. Right? So I'm like, and if someone's uncomfortable, then that's something they need to look into. And if I get uncomfortable, then that's something I need to look into. It's just like plain as day. So loving yourself, I could stay on this card forever, but I kind of love this. It's just that we're all unique and we're all the same. But why not cherish and honor that which is different? Because your differences are helping others too. So this is the card of the week. So like I said to everybody, I just pulled out a whole bunch of cards and just whatever came out, and that's what's coming out right now. Ace of Wands. New vitality. Something new coming in. New energies coming in. New ideas. New relationships. New. We like that. Seven of Wands. Choose your battles. Interesting. Death. Transformation. Time to go. So, some endings happening here for you. Accept what is dying. Have faith. Love it. This is your challenge, people. The shaman. How very interesting is that? So interesting because Aries Gunna got this too. The shaman energy is the healers that you are, the leaders that you are, and whatever it is. You don't have to be spiritual to be a shaman. Shamans are just people who are in the know, who trust their wisdom, trust themselves. And they are very different, but this is your challenge. So you are not trusting your inner voice. You're not trusting the process. You're not trusting the divine. You're not trusting, right? The shaman trusts the rain. When the rain comes, it's because it has to do something. When the storm comes, there's always a reason for something. And you're not trusting yourself. So because here, when I look at this, time to go is speaking to me. There's some of you that need to end something. You need to end a relationship. You need to end a job, a career, a toxic pattern in your life, a behavior that keeps showing up. You have to understand what this trigger is. That's what it is for me. And I'm like, oh, time to go. Let's get on the train. Time to end this toxicity around you. Because new is showing up. And it's interesting because this choose your battles is like the Seven of Wands energy is this having faith. Wow. It's having faith in your path, in your direction. Like some of you feel small a little bit compared to all these people around you. And you're a freaking shaman and you're feeling small. You're feeling small against your partner or with your friends or your family or your boss. These are all there's no one higher than you. Even though he has a higher pay grade or freaking title, no man. And solve the matrix, right? There's a little part of you. Some of you have lost your little mojo, Taurus. You're like holding on to an old story, an old relationship, or a future one too. Like, I keep saying this. I should have said this in my intro, but like, we always talk about the future. Oh my God, I watched a channeler and it talked about the future, or I have visions of my future. Yes, of course you have vision of the future because you already lived your future. So, yeah, you're going to always see your future. It's time to change things up. It's time to like move along, do something different. Say like, oh, today I always do this on Fridays. Well, now I'm going to change it up and do it on Thursday instead, or whatever it is. It's like, change the routine. You create anew. This is accept what is dying. To me feels this. Something in you is making its way in. So I don't know what it is. Like I said, there could be so many different options. Could be new friendships, could be new jobs, positions within your company, like relationships again. Like there's just a feeling of something wanting to, like a new way of looking at things, trying to come in. And it's saying goodbye. We need to say goodbye to this because it doesn't work otherwise. Ace of Wands. Could be new babies if someone's wanting to buy a baby. But I feel like there's this travel, like something needs to, like it's almost like you need to make the change. Like accept that invitation, whatever it is that comes to you this week that is completely like something you would say no to. If someone invites you to a art gallery opening, say yes. If someone invites you to whatever that you never usually do, you say, well, I can't because blah blah blah. It's time to stop, to change it up. And wear those silver pants and wear those fairy wings if you would like. And shock everybody because you are different. Right? But don't wear it because it's different week. Just wear it because you want to wear it. Wear freaking jewelry all over your body or whatever. It's just like being you. And not like, oh, I'm going to offend somebody because I'm wearing something a bit too low cut, or I'm going to offend somebody because who cares? There's this really, really beautiful energy here showing up that is like, choose your battles could be like, I don't really like this because choose your battles is like, well, I'm not gonna like tackle that now. I think everything should be tackled. Because why are we just choosing a battle? Everything should be confronted. We need to face the fears of every single one. So to me, it's like he's facing all the fears, not just choosing one. The more we face our fears, the more we're able to walk into the unknown. The more we're able to like stand up tall. Say, okay, I got this, right? Yeah, it doesn't make me comfortable. It doesn't make them comfortable, but it's something that has to be done. There's a feeling here that you're needing to, like, I don't know, it's time to go. The 45-9 is the end of a journey. You're needing to say goodbye to something that will propel you into this new. Some of you could be healers, you know, like me. We could be like on this journey doing something like that and it's not working. Or you're seeing something more. And it's like you're, oh my God, I spent so much, I put so much money and I learned so much about this and it's just not working. And it's okay. It's not about that, right? Because we are all healers. There's not just one healer in the world, right? We're all, and I just feel like you're on this journey, and it doesn't have to be only people practices that have it, but it could also be like as I'm a Taurus, like my disbelief in the moons now and all these Mercury in retrograde is just an old story for me personally. So it's like you like, oh my God, but I've like, you know, you question yourself like, well, why did I put so much energy in there and now it's not happening? And it's like, just go with the flow. It's okay. If it's not working for you, then you move, you evolve. This whole process is an evolutionary process. This is us breaking out from the mold and being ourselves again. You know, because what if we really see ourselves, we're going to be like 13 feet, like, who the hell knows what we look like, right? Like, are we light beings? Are we alien looking? What the hell are we, right? So we're all different anyways. We're all unique in our own way. So why not start enjoying that part of you right now? And stop putting so much expectation for you to be this healer, to guide people, to lead people, to help, to like, the only way I could lead is to meditate. The only way I could do is to do these things, these rituals. No. The only way you heal yourself is to face the freaking fears and the triggers that's within you. That is the numero uno here, right? And to be who you are. And to release yourself from these relationships or these situations that you have put yourself in, Taurus, that are just not working. You're holding back from these new paths from opening up. You're holding yourself back from change. You're holding on to something like an old story, like I've been with this guy for 20 years, or I've been with these people, I've been friends with these people for 40 years, and blah, blah, blah. You know, the old story. And it's like, so what? It's done. And now we move. Like, how are you going to move and create new if you're always holding on? I know it's the same story. It keeps showing up all the time. But that's what it is. So I'm seeing it here. To have faith in the journey. Have faith that you don't know what you're stepping into next tomorrow. Because we don't. We have no idea what's coming. So why don't we just enjoy that? That we have no idea. And you don't have to be the shaman, and you don't have to be the healer, because you already are one anyways. Like you don't have to take a course to become a shaman. You don't have to take a course to be a healer, because you are that. And you are healing yourself by facing your triggers and facing all of it, all the toxicity within you, the toxic behavior. Like that's the only way we purge. And within this planet. But for me, I see something like amazing coming your way. I'm sorry, with this Ace of Wands and this Death. So expect something like Ace of Wands is like this kind of very outgoing, social. This is Scorpio energy, so it's a more darker energy. But this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, spontaneous, impulsive energy. This could come out of nowhere. That's what I'm saying. Accept the invites. Accept like the crazy idea that comes, the project that might come and land on your desk, and you're like, oh, I would never have done this, but boom, let's do it. That is what I'm talking about. It's time to step away from this is what I'm used to. This is how I always do. This is how I live my life. No, that's what you did. Because you don't know how you're going to live your life now. Because it's completely new. Wow, this is an interesting reading. I like it. Okay, so do you be different. I hope next week I'm going to see all the Taurus in Montreal doing crazy things. Posting on their stories. All right, my beautifuls. Enjoy yourselves. Like, step into your own. It's time to celebrate us, right? We're freaking humans. It's time to celebrate these bodies, celebrate ourselves. I love you. I'll check your rising and your moon for other messages, and also like, share, comment, subscribe, and super thanks me if you can. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Gemini. We got love without condition. So, love without condition is, like I said, Instagram and Facebook, is loving others unconditionally, right? Like, it's giving your heart, giving your advice, giving everything freely to everybody else. You're sharing your guidance, being open with your heart. But then you have to watch out when you do that, right? Because when you do that, then you might not receive what you are, you might not receive what you feel like you deserve. Right? So loving without condition is fine, it's beautiful, but you also have to find a way to a balance, right? There is a give and take at all times. That's what love is. It's like being very selfless is selfish towards yourself, because you are like giving, but you're taking away from your own soul. So it's like an interesting balance here, but I want to look at the cards and see what this really is. Let's see. So this week I'm just pulling rando. Like, oh, you got a lot of cards here. Oh, you got 2 challenges. Okay. We have the 8 of Wands, success and growth. So something coming in fast for you. Let's see. Solar plexus chakra. Solar plexus is here. It's confidence, power. Could be like the strength card. The 2 of cups. Spiritual union is soulmate energy. Between worlds. Gemini. Right? This is like, explain the Gemini. 2 now distractions. And begin to explore. And we got 2 challenges. Everybody got 1 challenge, by the way. We have the sword of truth, and the vow as your challenge. Okay, people, right away I'm going to look at these challenges, because to me the vow and the sword as a challenge is like, the vow is your commitments within a relationship, with friends, with a job, whatever it is, whatever commitment you have with someone, you're not holding your, what is it called? You're not holding your bargain, whatever. You're holding your side of it, I guess. You're either resisting it, or you're playing around, or you're flirting with others. You're just like, or you're not being fully committed. I mean, obviously not every Gemini, but there is the sword here, and it's like you're not being truthful to yourself as well, or not being truthful to others. It doesn't have to be about this. Could be, these could be completely 2 different things. Maybe you are very committed to your spouse, but you're like hiding something. You're not expressing yourself as you would wish to express yourself. That's what it is, because the solar plexus chakra is that power, that confidence to speak, to express yourself. And here you feel a little bit between worlds. Right? There's that black and white version of you, which is that follow the matrix, like, oh, this is how I should be in this relationship. I should just like that. And this is the colorful part. Is like, but you know what? I want to do something a bit different. I don't want to be like this. I'm Gemini after all. So I want to like explore. I want to explore different ways of being in a relationship. And I'm just saying relationship because of the vow, or being in this job, or working. Like, why do I need to like commit to a 9-to-5 schedule? Why do I need to commit to like the way of the matrix? Why do I have to commit to how the friendships are supposed to be? Or how, you know, like that is coming strong here. And you're having a hard time expressing yourself, Gemini, which is strange, but like, this is the sword energy is you. But this is your challenge this week, and you're having a hard time finding the words. You're probably losing your words. Welcome to the club. And you're having a hard time maybe you're too distracted, Gemini. But there's something nice happening here, because there's success and growth. Like, so maybe some of you have met your twin, your soulmate. Some of you are something has happened like suddenly, or something will happen suddenly for you. You'll like finally meet somebody, but then you'll go into this whole self-doubt. You'll go into this, oh my God, they're not really, you know, like, yeah. It's almost like you're going to you might self-sabotage this, because you're like, this is what I want in a relationship, and that's not what I want. Like, I'm not going to compromise in this relationship. This is just like some people here, but hence why you're kind of wavering. You have no idea how to work like with this relationship. I just feel like there's some sort of miscommunication problem. You're like the first cards feel really good to me. It's like almost like you're starting a new relationship or you in a relationship already, and it feels good, but there's a point, like a part of you that is not happy, or part of you that wants something else, that's trying to express themselves to their partners, friends, colleagues, whatever it is. It's usually could be more like close bonds, soul family kind of bonds, like relationship. I just feel like a lot of tension here. You're being asked to be honest. You're being asked to step it up a bit, Gemini, and just like you're distracting yourself on purpose, so you don't have to deal with these feelings that you have. Like you have these like a lot of you want to explore new partners perhaps, or explore new avenues in your relationships. And I don't know, I just feel like there's something, a part of you that is holding on to what looks really good just for the sake of it, but there's a part of you that wants to explore further and like deep dive into something like crazy, like right, like something like, but not crazy to you. Looks good with this, my necklace. There's just a feeling of overthinking, underthinking. I don't even think it's overthinking. I feel like more it's like you're not expressing yourself fully. And because of that, it's causing a little bit of ripple in your relationships, whether it be love or not. And it's time to like step it up, Gemini. And it's strange for me to say this to you, because you're usually people who, you think too much, yeah, but you're also people who don't mind speaking about it, but I feel like you're not. You're looking for something different within your relationships. And perhaps relationships come easily to you. Like they come in and it's like, oh, yeah, nice. But you're, I almost feel like you've met the one, or you've met someone really connected to you, and it's freaking the fuck out of you. Excuse my language. Because like, you're like, well, I really want something else. I want something, you know. It's hard for you to commit, Gemini, and you are thinking too much about it, perhaps. That could be it too. But there's those two things. That either you're thinking too much, thinking too long and hard about this relationship that you've just like entered, and you're wanting, well, I want this and I want that and I want more, and I want, instead of just like focusing, just focus on this relationship, relax, let it happen. Or there's like you distracted from a current relationship, like completely. Like you want something else, you're looking for something different, but you're having a hard time leaving this person, or you're having time like walking away from this, even though like 90% of you wants to just do other stuff, wants to like maybe have multiple like people, polygamous, whatever, just like something else, like a different kind of relationship, a different kind of way. I feel like you're deliberately distracting yourself so you don't have to deal with this current relationship, or just seeking somebody even. And this is like a beautiful, like, it's time to explore, right? Just go for it. Go to Paris Like jump on a plane and do something different. If like you are so, if you need to make a change. It's so funny that this sword comes to me as a challenge, because it's like, I don't feel like you ever hold back your tongue, but here it is that you're holding yourself back, or you're maybe expressing yourself too much, right? Could be those two. But there is this like this beautiful energy at the beginning where you are in the growth stages of a relationship that's long lasting almost. But you're having to, like, there's this vow that's like disturbing me. I don't know what this vow is like. You might be in a committed relationship and now you've met someone else that you have that deep connection with. And you're like, what do I do now? That could be that too. Like you're lying to yourself and you're lying to your partner, or you're lying to whoever it is, because you're wanting to explore these other people, which is fine, and do whatever you want, right? But there's a fine line. We have to like honor the souls as we move through these energies. And I feel like you're between the worlds, right? You're halfway in the physical world and you're halfway in the spiritual, the dimensional world, and you're like, but what if my partner is like all in the physical world? That partner like wants to be matrix, whatever. What do I do? Like, it's all this like overthinking. Like, stop thinking and just do. And just love, right? Maybe some of you have like met your soulmate in a different timeline. Wow, that came to me. I don't know what that is. And like you're at the dream time, you're exploring that timeline, and when you come back into this reality, it's like you're with that person, but you're like, you kind of prefer the one that you meet in your dream time, right? I'm gonna go on and on with this. Forget it. That's another whole reading there. But it's interesting because I just feel like it's all very all over the place, like what I imagine it's your mind. So there's this like, I don't know, I just feel like you're not being 100% honest with yourself, Gemini, when it comes to a relationship. Romantic or not, and you're deliberately distracting yourself from it so that you don't have to deal with it. But it's like, let's move into this solar plexus, let's get this confident, and let's like turn this around, this sword, to start expressing ourselves transparently, of like the crazy here that's happening. Because it doesn't matter, right? If you feel you need to explore within a relationship, then tell your partner instead of hiding behind. And like I just, some of you might be sneaking around and like, you know, playing and flirting with others or cheating or whatever it is, but it's not like honoring the soul by doing that. And like, obviously it's no judgment on my end either, but there's a feeling here of you wanting to explore, but why not expressing it to your partner and say, you know what, I think we need to like expand, we need to like change this up. And I feel like that's what it is. And there's also this like interesting like some of you like right now might not have a partner, but you have met them in your other timeline, and now it's time to call them in the physical. That's just a little like I see that here with the between worlds. But it's time to get honest with your relationships. That's the bottom line here. All right. I hope this helped you. This is an intense reading. If you need to book a reading with me, then you know what to do. Just book a session down below. I love you. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. Share, comment, like, and subscribe. Also, super thanks if you can. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Cancer. We got challenge your perception. So challenge your perception is, I love it because that's what we're all doing right now, is challenging the way our mind is creating scenarios in our head, challenging our ego. You know, we're our perception, how we see things is always different from how other people see things, first of all. And also how you see things is, when you see with your eyes, you're actually seeing with your mind, right? Your heart doesn't see. So it's like how you perceive like your hurts and your victimhood and your pity and your grief and your toxicity and all of it, like your anxiety, your stresses, whatever. It's just something that keeps coming up, showing up in your faces, because it's something that is from the past or an old story that keeps showing up. And it's like, challenge that old story that keeps showing up, or that future story that keeps showing up, like that's saying, well, this is how I always react because I've always reacted this way. This is how I respond to things because that's what I cry, because I've lost someone, and that's what I do. But challenge that, because that is like a program that's set. It's like a program inside your body that's like, well, you're going to cry when you see the picture of her, and you're going to feel like this because that's how you've always felt since you're 7 years old. And this is challenging perception. It's like really like observing and becoming like, okay, standing back and saying, okay, why am I acting this way? Why am I responding? Why am I feeling this way? Like, it's a lot of work, peoples. We're in this for work. All right. So this week I'm just pulling randomly. So the first card we have is the 5 of Swords, conflict and defeat. 5 of Swords is the energy of feeling like you've lost the war kind of thing. You're defeated. You feel like unworthy. You feel like maybe you've been backstabbed. Some of you are having like issues with somebody perhaps in your life right now. Very intense, the energy of the 5 of Swords, especially this one. And perhaps it's with an Empress energy, which is a mother energy, or a woman. Could be older than you, could be the same age as you, could be you even. Maybe you're battling with yourself. The 3 of Wands energy is partnerships and alliances. The 3 of Wands energy usually is that energy of like having decided at the crossroads and making a decision to move forward. So it's like you partnering up with a whole different people, like 2 other people. It doesn't have to be, it could be like just like moving into a new role where you're it's more like a community, or more like maybe a partner, maybe like a group, a teamwork. But yet there's this, interesting, yet there's this energy of this female here, or it could be a male divine feminine energy that is not so open to this for you. Yeah, I feel like there's someone coming, like creating some sort of a making you feel a little unworthy, even if you want, like this opportunity seems really good and open, and this is where your perception is. It's like, yeah, this energy, whether it's you or someone else, is like blocking you from moving forward and making new friends or making new partnerships. But why are you allowing this to happen? Why are you allowing your old trust issues, your old anxieties, your old stresses, your old trauma responses come in the way of this new exciting endeavor? Why are you allowing this person's triggers and trauma and their issues come in the way? Because they're making you feel like shit. Whether it's them or someone else, like everything's a mirror anyways, but you're feeling like you shouldn't even move forward in this, because like you almost feel like you're gonna like fall backwards anyways, kind of thing. It's like self-defeatist here. energy, like almost like a self-sabotage, or someone's trying to sabotage you, which is interesting to me. Okay. Forgive and forget. Retreat. Maybe it's time to take some time away from this energy here that's holding you back and become the observer. Interesting. Your challenge is, ooh, the venom. Like, the venom, what does that talk to me about? Like, that's like toxicity. The curse, you know? This is like, and I hate to bring the Empress because, you know, we are the divine feminine energy, but she's showing up here as perhaps something that someone in your life, whether a woman or man, that is holding you back or is being spiteful or jealous of this, like, this new group, this new friends, this new team that you're working with, this something new coming in for you. Wow, 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 wow. And like forgive and forget is like, okay, and being the observer is saying, okay, I see this coming. I see this person or myself creating this scenario, creating this obstacle in front of me, so I don't move into this great opportunity, or this kinship with others, this alliance with others. Is like this just a beautiful bond showing up here. Like it's like an opportunity, like this new like path that's opening up for you. It's time for me to take a step back and see, why is this person so jealous of it? Why is this person like trying to come in between? Why is this person trying to make me feel like this? Why am I self-sabotaging myself? Because I have to look at my patterns. Something great is happening and I'm falling 10 steps backward because I'm allowing myself to fall backwards, because I'm falling for the pattern that I used to deal with like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago. Oh, because you know, the assumptions, oh, eventually I'm gonna fail anyways, so why do I even try this? Or eventually, like, you know, that kind of thing. Or someone around you that is like venomous. It's like consciously spiteful. And you need to be careful of this. But that's why I like this kind of energy here, is become the observer. Step back, look at this behavior. Okay, this person is being this way because obviously, if he's a mirror of me, I'm like, okay, I've been venomous once in my life. I've been mean to somebody in my life. Okay, I gotta fix that. Gotta figure that one out. Gotta forgive and forget that. But I don't need to engage in that. Right? Like this week I said, you know, kill them with kindness. It works every single time. And just do your thing. Retreat. You know, take the time, like move, like this is all like kind of retreat backwards. Observe it for what it is. Like observe how these people are reacting, how these people are acting with you, and forgive and forget, release. You don't, it's not your issues, right? But obviously, if it's like triggering you hard, then you're going to have to do some forgiveness on your own. Like you're going to have to figure this out, because even if it's your mother or a woman in your life that is bringing this trigger up in you, that means that you're not fully healed yet. So that you're allowing this trigger to come up again. So this is a time for healing for you, my beautiful Cancers. Yeah, because this to me speaks of Five of Swords, like you're like being stabbed. You know, you're being backstabbed. You're being stabbed like continuously in the same wound. It's like, come on, you know. And it's like, okay, I got this. I'm not going to get overruled by this. I'm not going to get overwhelmed by this. I'm going to stand back and I'm going to look at this as the mirror that it is. And I'm going to say, okay, she continuously triggers me, and like I continuously, because I don't trust people, so I'm going to continuously not trust everyone, even though not everyone is to be untrusted, right? So it's like, just because one thing happened to you, go back to that one thing or that 10 things that happened in your life and forgive those personas that did that to you. Forgive them. Like fully forgive, because this is all a movie. They were doing that for a reason, to trigger you into awakening, to trigger you onto this journey, to help you heal something from a past life. Everything is for a reason. And once we're able to heal ourselves completely of this venom, of this toxicity, because I feel like it keeps coming back over and over and over again, and maybe it's time to heal a maternal relationship you have, like a mother relationship, an aunt, a grandmother, or a female in your life that you feel controlled by. You feel like they have some sort of like on you. Or it could be man with a divine feminine energy. But this is some heavy crapola again. Oh my God, I thought I was going to be like, oh, amazing. But it's great, because it's like allowing you to step into that awareness and say, okay, I need to, like, this is all about healing. We all need to heal ourselves. We need to face the fear, face the original issue. Usually it's the mother issue. So alive or dead, by the way, because if that issue is still coming up, that my mother, she passed away, but she never stepped in to help me, and you know, like that still like eats away at me, and I need to go and forgive her and love her and forget it. And you know, kind of, I'm just bringing this up, I don't know where that came from, but it's like you're holding on to the venom. You know, the snake releases the venom eventually, so it's time to release it. That will be one of your biggest, so you have a lot of work to do this week. And if you need to retreat, which means take some time for yourself, then do that, please. But there's a beautiful opportunity coming your way to connect with a group of people or one person or what have you. And there's a little bit of a resistance. So it's like to break away from that. And it's almost like a recurring trigger that keeps showing up for you. Wow, alrighty then. I love you so much, Cancer. You got this. Become the observer. Step into the awareness as soon as you're feeling like triggered, or as soon as you're feeling like uncomfortable, just step outside of it and understand it for what it is, and don't get involved in it. It helps so much. Retreat. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also like, comment, share, and subscribe. And super thanks me if you can. I love you so much. Have a beautiful week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Leo. We got focus and then act. We have a black stallion with a warrior goddess, warrior princess, whatever, with this like very luminous sword. I feel like there's something else here, but I'm not seeing it. Anyways, it's like very this luminous sword. The sword energy to me is like expression, communication, and the stallion energy is like a very fast, powerful energy, is making a move. This warrior energy is also like movement, right? Which is Leo to me. Anyways, like I just feel like this is like, it's time to get out of your stagnancy. What are you waiting for, Leo? Are you why are you holding back from making the move? Like, I just feel like this is a message to some of you that may have stopped doing something and like are just sitting, and which we're supposed to be doing nothing, by the way. I know I'm very clear. I got that higher self message. But there's this feeling of you just making a move. Like, it doesn't have to be like a job movement or whatever. It could just like, maybe you need to be walking more. Maybe you need to like doing, but there is some Leos there that need a little nudge, like to make a change. I feel like there's this little stagnancy feeling here. Like, I feel like you're just like a horse on a ranch that's going round and round and round, instead of being this powerful stallion where it's just like exploring the wilderness kind of thing. The great outdoors. There's a little change that needs to happen here. So, wow, you got 2 too. Okay, interesting. 2 challenges for you. So I'm going random, like just reading. We have base chakra, which is the root chakra, which is found like below, from your legs all the way down to your feet. The root chakra is the grounding, stability, security. So that could be something that you've been worried about. That's why you're not acting. Ace of Pentacles, which is kind of beautiful, strengthening bonds. But the Ace of Pentacles is financial security, financial opportunities, stability within a family, like a relationship, like very pentacle energy, abundance. And the 9 of Wands, which is spiritual strength. So really beautiful energy here. Take the lead. Go with the flow. Interesting. And deep knowing, like high priestess energy. So, and your challenges are the Father and the heart. Okay. So the Father energy is could be your father, but also could be an Emperor energy. So someone that is authoritative, someone like has controlling ego, could also be your father. Divine feminine, a divine masculine, and divine feminine is showing up with the heart. Let's get heart-centered. The father could be the ego energy. Woof, look at this, man. That's like intense. Or you could be having an issue with your father, like a divine masculine energy within your life right now. It's like, because when I see this and this, I feel like you are finding your own on the spiritually healthy. You're finding groundedness there, and you're also developing something new. Maybe there's abundance you're creating, or you're about to do that. Like you're working on your root chakra, which is really important. It's you grounding yourself. Like a lot of times when you work on your root chakra and you feel ungrounded, one of the best things that I do is like I put my feet on the grass and I imagine like roots growing from underneath my feet and attaching themselves to the core of the earth kind of thing. And that's a good way to feel grounded, or however you want to do it, right? But usually like touching the grass or like nature helps groundedness, but also groundedness is trusting the path, like going with the flow of life. The deep knowing is like your high priestess energy showing up, saying, you know what needs to be done, Leo, but you are either, okay, let's look at this, because the heart and the father is your challenge, right? So you're either you're in a relationship that is not really working out, but you're staying within it, or you're not being true to your heart, which is within a relationship, a romantic one or a platonic one, or just yourself. Like I feel like you're allowing maybe your ego and your mind to take over, where you should be, where the heart is the one that needs to take over, right? When you say take the lead, we don't mean that your mind takes the lead. We mean that your heart takes the lead. So your heart would lead with not fear and lack. Your heart would lead with like, what is your soul telling you? Is your soul telling you to stay in this relationship? Is your soul telling you to move on with it? Is your soul telling you to make a move? Is your soul telling you to travel? Like, what is it? Like, That's taking the lead for me. And you know it. You know what to do. That's where, like I see here, like Nine of Wands is spiritual strength in this deck, but the Nine of Wands is sitting and contemplating and trying to, like, focusing, like, taking that time to observe this situation here, because someone's heart is broken here, whether it's your heart or someone else's heart. And it could be because of a divine masculine in your life, or a father figure, a grandfather, a partner. Could be that. Or it could be just allowing your mind to always control, like allowing your mind to instill fears within you. And that's why you're not able to act on it. You're just like sitting, you're just that horse that's like going round and round in that ranch, and not actually making the moves that you need to make, taking the lead. There's an opportunity coming in, like a job or a project idea, something like that will could be in the healing business or spiritual business. Doesn't have to be, but there's something, you know, like it's like a knowing that's going to come up. Like you're going to be like, yeah, I know, I knew I had to do this like a long time ago. Like an intuitive knowing, a wisdom within you. It's almost like some of you with the father energy are like choosing to lead your life in the matrix. And when I say the matrix, it means like your dream, your illusion that you've set up, and you're ignoring your heart, which is the new earth, let's say. It's like where we need to be. The new, like facing the triggers, facing this broken heart, like really tapping into this instead of like hiding. You're resisting like dealing with your traumas. You've been just so caught up in like the spiritual world maybe, and just doing meditating and yoga and all the la la la, but you're not really working. Your heart is broken here, Leo. You're not listening. You're not listening, and you know, and the deep knowing is like, you know what to do. I kind of like that these two came together. Take the lead and go with the flow. Like if you would look at it in a normal reading, they would be like, oh my God, that's so like juxtaposition, like totally opposites of each other, right? Take the lead, go with the flow. You'd think this is super chill, right? And this is Netflix, like, so it's like, go, 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 you know? And this one's like, yo. But it's taking the lead does not mean that you have to like hit the pavement and go look for a job and go online dating, do. It doesn't mean that you have to do to take the lead. Taking the lead, you could be sitting doing frick all and taking the lead. Taking the lead to me is surrendering and going with the frickin' flow. That's how we take the lead into 2023. And that's what you're being asked to do. It's like things are coming towards you, Leo, and maybe you're not really seeing it, and that's why you need to take a step back and focus. And I feel like things have been already presented to you and you didn't even notice them because you're a bit lost and not trusting yourself. Because if the heart is a challenge, it's like you feel so broken, you feel like despair, you almost feel sad, you feel like there's a part of you that is disillusioned or disappointed with yourself, unworthiness here, that you're not even able to see it, and all you can see is the Father, is the like authoritative energy. It's that ego that keeps coming in, like, come on, Leo, you're an idiot, come on, you could do so much with your life, and you're doing fuck all. You're just sitting around like blah blah, complaining, and like, this is the ego, man. The ego will kill you. You have so much, like the ego right now is like, I could feel the ego saying like, they have so much potential. Everything is here. It's all lined up for them. I'm like, shut up, ego, right? Like, it's fine. I'm also feeling that some of you are in relationships that not all of you, obviously, this is just some of you, are breaking somebody's heart, or you're breaking your own heart to be in this relationship. It's time to step it up. You know what to do. What I'm seeing is not to be impulsive. That's the focus and then act. Don't like you're very impulsive, naturally spontaneous, but it's take a little step back, but not too much of a big step back. Like, don't linger here. I don't want you. There's no lingering here. Get grounded, and there's time. It's time to make, like, there's things happening here. I just feel like some of you are like how many times do I say like? Some of you are being triggered by a divine masculine in your life, by someone, or by your ego, and you're allowing it to happen because your heart is like, your soul is like, why? What are you doing? You know what to do, kind of thing. That's what I'm getting. You know what to do. You know what to do. So just go with the flow. Why are you creating new scenarios? Why are you creating a whole new path, a whole new direction for yourself? You know what to do. Ask yourself right now. Pause this video and ask yourself, what is it, my next step? What do I need to do? Do I need to start a new project? No. Do I need to start a new job? No. Do I need to do nothing? Yes. Like, like whatever it is. Do I need to stay in this relationship? No. Do I need, whatever it is that is ailing you. You ask the questions, you get the answers. And that's how you take the lead. There's a lot going on here, but I'm not getting an energy of the Father energy here. It's like with the root chakra. The root chakra is this security and stability and this fear of not having enough, this fear of lack. And the Father is like, yeah, because you don't have the right job, and because you don't pay enough taxes, and you don't do this, and you're not doing this, and you're not following the rules the way I want you to follow the rules. And it's not only a father, like I'm talking, like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like governments and corporations that keep telling you, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're a loser, you're an idiot if you don't make this much money, if you don't do this, da, da, da. That's that feeling, and you're like, oh my God, you're right, you're right, you're right. And that's why you're feeling unstable and insecure and all of it. And you're like not where you want to be. And it's like, focus, Leo. Let's get there. Fucking step back. Take a freaking focus on your life and say, what do I really need? And what is it I want to do? And why am I not listening to my third eye, and I'm not listening to my heart that's screaming out to me like, hello? We're not here to make millions of dollars. We're not here to have houses and cars. We're here for something far greater and more beautiful than that. So stop living in this fear mode and start doing. Get in your car and travel across the country. Get in your car and go. Like, go get the job that you've always wanted and you thought you never could go. This is the month. Do things. You have it in you. It's in you. It's talking to you. You're not listening to it because you're closing your heart. And it's like Ace of Pentacles. Something is coming. But it'll not come if you stop it from coming, right? If you live in the fear here. Take the time. Take the time, Leo. That's the message. Just take the time to heal your heart, to listen. Listen to the difference between your heart and your ego. It's up to you to make these choices. I can't help you with that. I don't know how to. You need to know the difference between how your ego responds and how your heart responds. But you're having a hard time just differentiating, and that's why they're coming together as your blockages. You're too much in your mind, and then, which is fine to be in your mind sometimes, but really being in your heart is freeing and liberating, because just whatever the answer is, you follow it. Okay? You could take a step back and focus and observe it. Say, okay, let's do it. But listen to it. Listen to it. Listen to it. It's so important. It's so important that we follow our hearts and we don't play with our hearts and we don't play with other people's hearts, because you dishonor your soul every single moment that you do that. So it's time to be the observer, to step into your wisdom, take the lead, and go with the flow. I love this. All right, Leo, this is your message of the week. Check your rising and your moon for other messages, and like, comment, share, subscribe, and super thanks me if you can. Love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Virgo. We got Seek Your Answers Within. I mean, I love this card because this is what I always keep telling you, is to go within, ask your heart, what is it, where is it leading you? And a lot of people will go into their heart and they'll say, well, it led me to this and I don't want to do this. And I'm like, well, why don't you want to do that? Because your mind is saying it's not enough money. How are you going to survive? And how are you going to do that? Well, your ego is working real hard. Instead of really listening, when we listen, oh my God, it changes everything. At the moment, it could be uncomfortable. At the moment, it could be like inane and like retarded, like crazy. Like you're like, no, how am I going to like do this? But it's at that moment that you've made the change that you needed to make. And it's at that moment that things will start to move towards you. But it's that moment as well as if you don't listen to it and then you just turn off onto another path where you've lost like 10 years of your life now because you didn't listen to that initial one. So go within. Yes or no. That's how you start with your higher self. Is this red? No. Is this green? No. Is this purple? Yes. Are my nails white? No. Are they blue? No. Are they green? No. Are they red? Yes. This is like, it's like, that's what it is. Am I supposed to be in this relationship? No. Am I supposed to be in this job? No. Am I supposed to be a mother? Yes. Like whatever it is, right? That's it. That's Virgo, baby. So this is your challenge. Everything else is random. I'm just pulling them all out. Oh, look who shows up for you. Virgo. Solitude. With this beautiful tower in the back. The star that's guiding you. You with your book open. What does that book open mean? Let's see what it means. Two of Swords. Refusing to see. What are we refusing to see? Firm foundation. Four of Pentacles. Nice back. All right, so let go and enjoy. Accept disappointments gracefully. Interesting. No place like home. Your challenge is the dead end. The dead end speaks of what? For me, it's like the last door that you need to open, right? The last closed door. It's that the dead end is that the end of your journey. It's your challenge. You are stuck. There's a feeling of, I can't open that next door. Why can't you? With the Two of Swords, it's very clear that you're having a hard time moving on to this next path of yours because something is holding you back. Maybe you're afraid of money. This is the Four of Pentacles. It's like materialism. You're afraid of, you're like the security, the stability. It's like holding you back from making the move. You are the Hermit. You know deep down inside that you have it all. It's all written, right? It's all like there. You know you have the wisdom to move through this, to seek the answers from within. You know that you have it. We all have it. We have no idea what's coming up even. But it's like as we move along, we're like, wow. Oh, wow. We are amazing, right? But when we don't trust ourselves, we find ourselves in this state of like, I don't know, I don't want to see it, I don't want to see, I don't know what to do, my God, I'm in this mess here, I need help, and you're like, no, you have all the help right in front of you. And I love this for you. Accept disappointments gracefully, because disappointments come, or there are blessings. So when you change that frame of thought, to me, it's like a game changer. When you see like a disappointment, show your. I should take this advice. when you see it like someone disappoints you. There's a you hit a detour, you hit a blockage, you lose a job, you get demoted, whatever happens to you. It's like the universe saying, it's not right for you, now let's move on, right? So we're like human and we're like, no, it can't happen. I want this to happen, so I'm going to do everything that it happens so that my mind can celebrate. My mind can celebrate with a bottle of champagne. And your heart is like, oh my God, we have to go through this again. Right? So like, there's no place like home. I don't know what that means to me, because no place like home is like, some of you might be feeling stuck in a home. Some of you are making a move, but you still feel stuck because the dead end is here. So what does that mean? Maybe you need to make a move. You need to get out of this rut and move into a new home, or move, like travel. I just feel like let go and enjoy. That's the kind of energy. I just feel like some of you are holding on. You're holding on. You're afraid. You're afraid of this new. You're like almost comfortable in the dead end. You're like, okay, I'm gonna stay here, even though I feel stuck, even though I feel insecure, even so I feel like uncertain about the future, even though I feel like that. But at least I'm comfortable in my uncertainty, instead of like opening the door to the next path and saying, okay, new beginning, new life, it's time for change. But here you are refusing to see. Here you're Two of Swords. You're like, I don't know what to do. Well, I don't know what's going on here. There's a real interesting feeling of like, it's almost like you're unwilling to look. You're afraid. There's a lot. It's all fear. It's all fear of money. That's what it is. It's like you not trusting yourself, first of all, with this Hermit card, and you really fearing your stability and security with this Four of Pentacles and your home. It's like it's showing up. It's like, but if I take this path that I'm being called to take, I might not have enough money for this beautiful home that I live in. Or I might not have this money to travel. Or I might not have it, but you're projecting. Who says that you don't have enough money? Your bank account? Because you don't trust the universe. Because your bank account will fill up for the money if this is the right choice that you're making. How do you know it's the right choice? You know it right away. Because the answer that came out. The initial answer that came out. Am I traveling? Yes. Am I moving? Yes. Not the like, yes. Not that answer. Because that was your mind. It's the boom. And I know it's a little difficult for Virgo because you like things like this. And like, I know you're set in your ways. And it's like, well, I've decided that I'm moving. And yet your soul is saying it's not the right time. It's time for you to open a different door. You will open, you will. I know the way you work, babies. And you're going to like continue on your path. And then you're going to find out 3 years from now that you should have taken that path. But you're going to kick yourself in the foot. Again. So I'm really being like imploring you to listen to your heart and to listen to your soul. And you're at this dead end for a freaking reason. It's to challenge you to start listening in, because you're not paying attention. Don't be stubborn. Like, don't be like your counterpart, Taurus and your Capricorn. Don't be like them. Like, it's time to just trust. I kind of like that the seek the answers within is here. It's because you're not. You're looking too much outside. And I know some of you might be like, oh, you're not being realistic. And say, no, I'm not. Because I don't live in that reality anymore. But you choose to live in that reality of feeling like I can't. Trust me, if you even know what I make, which is nothing compared to all of you out there. And still I live comfortably in this beautiful apartment, and I still find money to come in. Because I'm not attached to money. And that's what it is. I'm not afraid of being kicked down the street. If I have to be kicked out on the street, that means I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm not afraid of it. So it comes. And that is where you need to be, because you are being chucked in this dead end, my beautifuls, for a reason. This is it for you. This is like I really want you to do like the work this week. Really listen in. What is the right decision that you need? The right decision. What is the decision? What is the path that you need to take? It's time to open that new beginning. Virgo, let go and enjoy life. This is your message, Virgo. I hope this resonated with you. And if it didn't, check your rising, your moon. And like, comment, share, subscribe. And super thanks me if you can. I love you so much. This is amazing. In a way, it's a little uncomfortable too, though. All right. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Libra. We got let your emotions flow. All right. I mean, it's interesting because you're an air sign, so you're all mind, but doesn't mean that you don't have emotions, right? Like, it's just that this feels to me that some of you are stuck a little bit. You're stuck in an old story. You're stuck in a future story. Like, you're stuck somewhere, and you're allowing your emotions to just eat you up inside instead of just like letting them go. Whatever the emotion is the emotion coming out saying, I need to release. I need to let go of this relationship, this job, this whatever that's bringing me down. I need to let go of it. That's what it is. Like, let it go. Like, express yourself however it comes. If it's an anger that's within you, let that shit go. We can't be festering our anger inside of us. Our sadness, our depression, or whatever it is. I feel like there's some stuck energies within you, Libra. And it's asking to let that shit go. Okay, so this week I'm doing rando. So here we go. Ooh. Is this right? Ooh. This is Lovers in Reverse. Okay. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Dedicated effort in reverse. Nine of Swords. Suffering in silence. Speak up. Okay, interesting. Be true to yourself. To the sea. It's time to go somewhere. I don't know where. And your challenge is the fault line. The fault line. Like a crack in the earth, right? Like you, ooh, on shaky ground. Pretending to be someone that you're not. Interesting, Libra. Okay. For me, when I see the Lovers, there's two things I could see here. Is that you're in a relationship that's not working. And you're pushing hard. You're really trying hard. The Eight of Pentacles. You're working at it, but it's not working. And this is like very like literal here, and it's you're suffering in silence. Like it's like it's been a long time, you're trying really hard to work at this and it's not working. So I don't know what kind of relationship it is. It doesn't have to be a lover's relationship. It could be a relationship with your kids, with your parents, with your family, with your friends. Partnerships. Could be a choice card. You made a choice about someone in your life. You worked really hard at it. It's just not working. This is very clear right here. And hence all these freaking emotions that are stuck inside you. And you keep holding on, holding on, holding on. Maybe there's going to be a better day tomorrow. Maybe it's going to get better. Maybe it's going to get better. And boom, cracks in your relationships, cracks in your job, cracks in whatever it is. It's like the universe is saying, yo, it's not working. So I'm going to start making you fall here and there. Okay, Libra. What else could be this? The Lovers in reverse could be you resisting commitment. You resisting love from coming in. You working hard at keeping it from you. Right? You like unsure, like you've had really like rocky relationships, and you'd rather be the suffering in silence type. You know, you'd rather like, I think you're avoiding love from actually coming in, and it's actually coming towards you. But the first one feels really, I mean, it doesn't feel nice, but it feels right, because then it's like, be true to yourself, speak up, time to talk, time to express yourself. If love is not working in your life, and if it's not, your job is not working for you, or whatever this love that you have for somebody, something, or whatever, it's not working, and it's like making you depressed. It's like encouraging you to like wallow in self-pity, or like just staying alone in darkness. And some of you are suffering from insomnia. Some of you are suffering from anxiety from this. And it's like not for lack of effort. You've put a lot of effort into it, but now you're done. Like you're tired. You're not even putting any effort in this anymore. It's like a waste of time in your mind to do that. It's almost like something that's been going on for a long time, and you're needing to express yourself, because you're like, these are one and the same to me. Be true to yourself. Like, people hold on to these relationships, and a lot of people think that you're glued to your family because they're like blood, but like, I don't know, right? Because in this journey, I'm like, who's blood? Like, we're all blood, right? If we think about it. If I've been here for millions of years, then every single person is my family. So I should be like attached to every single person here. My family is just someone who came and helped me through something. And I thank them for it profusely. But if I'm not like aligning 100% with someone, why am I like wasting my energy here? You know, it's like, that's the feeling here. I feel like some of you are just holding on, keep holding on, because your parents are going to be upset. Your family is going to, like, everyone else around you is going to be like, what again? What are you doing? La, la, la. And you're keeping all your emotions inside you, and you're just going by the day, and then you're drinking, you're smoking, you're eating, you're shopping, you're doing all the obsessive stuff to just keep it going. Instead of releasing yourself from this through your emotions, but also being true to who you are. And like, the fault line speaks volumes here. This is your challenge. It's like every crack that is created, it gets more unstable for you, and yet you're like willing to just fall through the cracks for this relationship, this partnership, this whatever that's not working. It's like clear as day. The universe is like, yo, we're bringing it to you clear as day. If you're feeling like this within this relationship, what are we doing here, Libra? Why do we keep holding on and attaching to this? Like I said, it's romantic or what's that word I'm looking for? Platonic. or whatever, right? It doesn't mean it always has to be relationships. It's the choices that you've made. You keep holding on to these things. You've put a, I don't know, it's so clear. Like, so do you want to fall through the cracks, Libra? Or do you want to like bring these cracks and mend them? And how do we mend them? I don't know. Like you want to like change the way in your relationship with this person needs to change. And maybe by speaking up and being true to yourself, by being really completely honest and saying, listen, this is what I need to do in this relationship. This is how I want to be. I don't want to like bow down to you. I don't want to cook anymore. I don't know what it is, right? I want to be able to speak freely of how I feel. I want to like climb to the mountain naked and talk to the stars. You know, it's like being completely honest with the partner, the friend, the whatever, and doing it. I feel like you've been compromising a lot of you here, Libra. And this sucks to compromise so much. And then there's the sea. Some of you almost need to take a trip. Some of you need to cross the ocean. Maybe not cross the ocean, but just leave and make a move. This is something huge here. There's like, not everybody needs to do this, but there is this feeling of some of you like instead of falling through the cracks, it's like leaving through the cracks kind of thing. I don't know, these cracks, these emotions are like splitting you apart. They're very toxic to me. It's time to make a move. It's 2023 is a 7 year. It's time now to make a move, because you're keeping yourself stuck in this, and it's not healthy at all for you. I'm trying to count the numbers. 9 plus 8 is 17, plus 6 is 23. So 2 plus 3 is change. Just saying. Change is in order here, Libra. Some of you are stuck, and you have been for a long time, and you've been holding on and making the best of everything, but suffering in silence, which is kind of sucks. I feel the pain in my heart from that, and the fact that you are slowly eroding in this relationship. For what? For what purpose? Why are we holding on? You are a luminous being in a physical form that has so much potential going forward. And if you truly believe, like I do, you don't have, like, you're not here till 80 years old. You're here forever. So is this what you want? How you want to live your life? Always like... No, there's some of you need to make a big move outside of this relationship, across the ocean, to the sea. Do something. I mean, there's changes necessary. Time to speak up. It's time to make a change. You can speak up, make a change within the relationship, and that relationship actually follows you across, right? Like, but it's time to be authentically you and release everything. I just feel like some of your pent up emotions, you're hiding, you're holding back. For what again? For what? And because I have children, and because we have things, and how are people going to talk, and who cares? Who cares? Who cares about everybody else? Let everybody else deal with your freaking decisions. Like, own up to your decisions and just make those freaking moves. It's like I said it to who? I don't remember who I said it to. Cancer, maybe. Like, we hold on to, like, we're attaching ourselves to people. or Aries, I think I said that. We attach ourselves to people because we think that we can only find love through other people. But there's nobody that can give you love. That's a fairy tale. That's what the movie says to you. That only that one true love can. You are the one who can give yourself love. And when you get to that point, you don't need anybody else. And it's just a bonus to have someone else next to you. But we need to get to those places because that's what the work we're doing. So own up to this, Libra, and speak the F up and like give it to them. Give it to whoever it is that needs to hear this. Because I don't like this fault line business. I don't like this fact that you're falling through the cracks and that you're like unstable. And you're holding in all these emotions and for like relationships, love or not. It's time to mend this. Speak up, be true to yourself. I love this. All right. Libra, this is my message to you. Don't hate the messenger. I love you. Check your rising and your moon for other messages, and also like, share, comment, subscribe, and super thanks me if you can. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Scorpio. And thank you to the Scorpio that brought me this beautiful stone. To me, it looks like a dragon. I love it. So thank you so much. And also, thank you for the guidance. All right. Share your thoughts. I got this card for you, Scorpio, and I laughed so hard because they made me reverse it for you. But share your thoughts is this beautiful dragon, which is interesting. And it's like, speak up, say what you need to say. But it was like, no, they need to put this in reverse. So I'm like, what does that mean? There's no reversals in the oracle book. So I'm like, what does that mean? So I'm like, okay. So there's two things I could see here. Share your thoughts. Maybe some of you are too open and too open with your energy, and you're like talking to everybody and guiding everybody and giving your advice to people that don't really want it or need it. And you know the way we are, we like to like, and it's like take a step back here. Or this could be some of you resisting sharing your thoughts. Some of you that are having a hard time expressing yourselves, and rather than expressing yourself, you are engaging in like excessive behavior, like drinking, smoking, shopping, sex, gambling kind of thing. Those are the things that show up. Like people who are like repressed a little bit will have to express it other ways. So I don't know. We'll see. These are just my ideas. But so you have a lot of cards that showed up apparently. Okay, so let's see. We have 6 of Pentacles, giving and receiving, which is interesting. Okay. The 9 of Cups, well-deserved reward. 9 of Pentacles, excuse me. So 9 of Pentacles, beautiful energy. Power, which is the strength card. Everything looks great. Higher power, which is like a high priestess energy. Co-create. I mean, this is awesome. This is an amazing reading, Scorpio. Express your joy. Embrace your power. Like the freaking... Okay, this is boom. And your... Interesting. Your challenge is the kiss. The kiss is the challenge. So, what are we looking at here? Which looks like amazing. And why is it they can't speak? Well, all I see here, my beautiful Scorpio, is something amazing. Like we have the 9 of Pentacles, the 8, the Strength card, the Co-Create card. It's like there's something creating, something coming in from a higher power, perhaps. Like your higher self you're connecting more and more with them. There's something coming in you're receiving, you're giving, not too much advice though. Like I feel like there's something like maybe one of your spiritual gifts is it's coming in. You're starting a new project. There's this courage, this bravery here, this like confidence, this newfound confidence within you coming up here. Like financial independence, a new route of abundance coming in your way. Like you're going to start receiving money in unconventional ways. Like I almost feel like there's something completely new opening up for you. But it's interesting that the kiss is here, because the kiss is like your challenge. And the kiss is like being open to new and being open to love and romance coming in, but almost like you're not. You're resisting that. Like new romance from coming in, even though it's like saying, hey, I'm here for you kind of thing. Or the kiss is like neediness, maybe even, or like fear of entering into a relationship, fear of moving, like sharing your, like co-creating your life with someone else. I feel like it's like being almost awarded to you, like a path opening up for like definitely expressing your joy, happiness, embrace your power. I just feel like there's something coming in for you that's you're leaping onto a new direction, almost a new level. You're leveling up. It's time for co-creation. It's time to, it's almost like you're going to know what the next step is. Right? This higher power is coming in, and it's like listen to your downloads, listen to your dreams, listen to your messages. There's a feeling of you stepping into something far like greater than what you even know right now. It's time to receive that which is being rewarded to you. There's this feeling of financial independence, but also standing on your own again, standing alone on top of this new elevation, this new dimension kind of thing, and you actually understanding it a little bit more. So this is like the spiritual part of it, but there's also on the realistic part of it, there's you maybe joining forces with someone and creating something completely different in you. But I mean, embrace your power, higher power, like it's all there for you. There's something powerful coming your way, and you're needing to get ready. Like get ready to move into action, right? The co-creator with this cheetah. The cheetah is not like a solitary. It's a solitary animal, but it's not a very inactive animal. Jesus, right? It's more of a, okay, thank you, I'm going, like full speed ahead. The lion, the same thing. There's that feeling of, and the owl here is the higher self. It's almost like I just feel like you're changing direction. But you're also rejecting love with the kiss. Why? Why are you rejecting love? Why are you rejecting? There's someone trying to come in and show you affection or show you something, and you're like, no. Even PDA kind of thing. Maybe you're in a relationship and there's someone who wants to like show public displays of affection. You're like, that's not happening. Right? There's that feeling here too. But sharing your thoughts in reverse, I almost like that, actually, because you know when you move into a higher power, words don't mean anything as much, right? Words have less weighty energy. It's more your energy. So it's like almost some of you are moving into this knowing state of being. And almost like standing in your power kind of thing, without actually asserting power, right? And it's like you're co-creating with the universe, whether you're doing nothing or you're doing something, it doesn't matter, right? So it's just actually like this with half moon, half man. So it's you are, right? This is your human, this is your higher self. It's like tap into those energies. Get ready to receive. Because you've been giving a lot, right? You've been sharing your thoughts, you've been sharing your advice, you've been giving your guidance. And now it's like we're going to switch the tables on you, Scorpio, and now it's time for you to receive. And accept that which is coming to you. Don't try to, oh, but you're giving me this, so I need to give you more, or I need to give you equal. You know, we do that as humans. It's like, just accept the compliment, accept the gift that's coming your way. You're definitely gonna start you're collaborating with others, 100%. Maybe you're collaborating with someone in love as well, and you're kind of rejecting it. In a way, you're scared of it. You're almost like energetically you're pushing it away, Scorpio. It's like the kiss of death. When I see this in reverse, it's like you're like if you're single, I feel like you're resisting it. It might be coming your way, and energetically it's no, and physically you're not. And you're focused a lot on your present, your current energy, or your present spiritual elevation, work as well. I almost want to take another card here. Oh, I'm going to take the Rider-Waite. Give me another card for Scorpio, please. Wow, dude. That's amazing. The Wheel of Fortune. So it's like you're where you need to be right now. You need to not be talking too much, or only talking when you feel called to speak. A lot of us, me included, sometimes, but I've stopped that recently. I only talk now when someone asks me a question. Except I interrupt sometimes, Scorpios? I interrupt, which is like, you have to catch yourself. It's an observing mode that you have to be in. But you're in this place right now, Scorpio, where you're being offered new powers, new gifts, but even just stepping up into something like a higher level of frequency, a higher vibration, and it is there where you will co-create. It is there where love will be. But stop resisting that. Stop resisting the attention that's coming towards you. Stop resisting the love that's showing up in your life, because this is where you need to be. You're starting something fresh, something new. I'm going to take another card. Page of Swords. Again, like this is like Strength card, first of all, is Leo energy. And this is Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius energy. And this is Aries, Libra, Aquarius. So it's an air energy. Page of Swords is finding a new way to communicate. So I kind of love this reading here. This is like you're communicating with your higher self, with your higher power. You're connecting, Scorpio. So take this time. It's really important right now, because this is when you are going to move into where you need to be moving into. You need to be moving into this next level. Scorpio is being lifted upwards towards it. Kudos to you guys. It's this feeling of you being aware of and start to receive this good fortune coming your way, or this higher power coming your way, or this new love coming your way. It's time to start receiving instead of denying it or saying, "Oh no, it's not for me. It's not," the common thing that we do so often. You're going to lead the way for yourself, for your clients, for yourself. There's like a new job coming in, perhaps a new area of communication. Maybe some of you are going to go on YouTube, some of you are going to webinar, something, media, marketing, writing, even though I'm telling you stop words, but what's coming up here. Everything is new, everything is like end of something, moving into something new. Any other message for Scorpio? Okay. Yeah, look, the Three of Wands, moving forward into something completely new. Eight of Cups, leaving something behind. Move. Okay, so guys, this is like really like intense here. It's all here, the cards. The cards are all saying that you're coming to an end of an old way of being, an old journey, an old story. It's time to boop, boop, and move on to the next one. So whatever is coming to the end, the wraps of something, you're releasing all this trauma, you're releasing this tragedy, you're releasing this grief. Kudos to you. It's time to step into your power. It's time to step it up here a bit, Scorpio. But also more than that, is to be open to accepting whatever is coming in, because a lot of times we're not open to it, and that's why we don't see it, or we're like, oh, I think that came to me 20 years ago, but now it's like, yes, it's coming back because now you're ready for it. Kind of thing. Interesting energy. This is like most positive. Definitely creating something with somebody, like a new line of something, or like this, like a video webinar with the swords energies, communication. Could be anything. Could be, I don't know, I got fashion industry if someone's interested in that. There's just a feeling of you finally saying goodbye to something that was not working in your life. And you kept holding on to it. It could be like a trauma. It could be a person. It could be a situation in your life. But if you step into this with open arms and open heart, you will be on your soul path. That's what the Eight of Cups. You're leaving behind. You're moving towards something. Slowly, the Nine of Cups is here. It's amazing. You're moving towards lovers. You know what I'm saying? A choice. Look at this. It's amazing. Three of Pentacles. Collaborating with people. Making a move. I don't know. It's just some of you are resisting this. Resisting. So stop resisting the kiss. Open yourselves up to like the first move. For love, for your heart to be open. This is like you're closing your heart because of past issues, because you didn't trust people in the past, because of what happened in the past. And who cares about the past? It's over. It has nothing to do with right now. So this is your message. Oh, what amazing message. Oh my God, Scorpio. I hope this resonated with all of you. If it didn't, check your rising and your moon. But also like, share, comment, subscribe, and super thanks if you can. This was amazing freaking reading. So step it up. Get ready to receive. I love you. Bye. Fuck amazing. Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius. We got change is unavoidable. So, like I said in Instagram and Facebook, change is the constant, right? We are in this period of the world, of this eon, this millennia, of this lifetime, that we're changing. That there's no ifs, ands, buts about it, because there's no more staying stagnant in the past, or there's no more staying stagnant in the future energy. No, because we're paving our way to a new. So here, what this comes up to me is that you are holding on so tightly to something that you may have chosen to leave behind, and now it's coming up and you're like, oh no, and maybe I'm going to bring it back into my life because it was good. It was is the key word here. Was it, like, no. Whatever was remains in the was. Whatever will be will remain there because it already happened, the future. We are creating something completely fresh and new. And what does that mean? It's really hard for people to grasp here, because it's like, yeah, but it worked before. Yeah, but you're not in the same energy as before, so it won't work. It might work for a period of time, but you're going to have to make changes anyways. Change is unavoidable because we are moving into new energy. New energy means new way of doing things, new way of living, new. So anything old will struggle in the new, because it was a matrix, it was a box, and the future too was that, and now we're moving into free air. So this is a really interesting message for you Saggies who are getting a little bit stuck in an old energy. So let's see. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, the Three of Cups in reverse. Share the love in reverse. The Three of Cups is usually three people coming together, but there's a resistance or a break. Let's see. Wow, people. The Nine of Swords is the darkest fears showing up. And the Empress in reverse. Okay, let's see. And the TikTok clock. Be patient. Interesting, next to the TikTok. Okay. Be open to love. Wow. Your challenge is the box. Oh my God. Hilarious. Okay. So your challenge is the matrix. Your challenge is the past and the future. You're living in an old story. And the Empress in reverse speaks to me, maybe someone like a mother energy or a woman energy, a divine feminine energy is making life a little difficult for you. Causing a little bit of stress. Causing your fears to rise, perhaps. It's almost like there's a time frame, like you've created a time frame for yourself, and you're like, you have a deadline, like I need to do this by this time, and it's like we don't work with time. We're quantum time energy. Like if you continue working with time, then you continue remaining in the box, while the outside world, beautiful, colorful out there, is free and expansive, and here you want to get stuck. So you have like your to-do list has a time and a date, which is limiting for you, which is causing you stress and insomnia and anxiety. Like you're not able to see clearly, Sagittarius. There's like a disruption when it comes to love or a relationship. Parent, sibling, friends, whatever. There's a little bit of like a step back from that. which is causing you some stress, definitely. And there's this female energy here that's really causing you a lot of stress. I mean, like, this is out of the blue, but it could be a Sagittarius out there that has got pregnant, or like got someone else pregnant, and it's kind of stressful. That could be it. But there's like, I almost feel like you're impatient. Like, be patient is here. You want things to happen like now. I made this decision, and now what is happening? Why aren't things like moving as fast as I want them to? Right? And there's change. Okay, I'm ready for change, but when is the change going to happen? And it's like, yo, chill out, Sagittarius, right? I know that you're impulsive, and I know that you're crazy. I know that you want things like right now, but it's not. And actually, what I like about this is that you're having to face your darkest fears, and it's time not to be. It's time to fucking face them, excuse my language, but it's time to like really own up to these fears. Instead of like diddle-daddling and just escaping. I'm like, you know what, I'm like done with this. I'm going to go and like travel the world, and I'm going to go and do something. I'm going to go dive into this, and I'm going to forget about what's really like triggering me. And you know, someone might have taken advantage of you in a love relationship, platonic or romantic, and your creativity is at a low right now. You're not able to express yourself. You're feeling like, because the Empress in reverse is like insecurity. You're feeling super insecure. You're feeling like taken advantage of. That's what it is. And you know, there could be someone trying to show you, make you feel fearful for the next step. So that's why you're stepping back into an old story. You're like, oh, we had it good, or it was good, or come on, let's go back. Let's go back to how it was. And you're like, oh, no, I'm like, you're struggling, Sagittarius. And there's a deadline being placed on you. It's like, come on. We used to make up in like a month, and we used to like it's this like so limiting to me. The boxes speaks volumes to me, because it's like you keep following the maze. You keep following. You're like, oh no, I got a great breakthrough, and you find yourself in that little thing, and it's like, oh yeah, and then you fall backwards into the box. Like, okay, you follow like the rat does, right? And it's like the grand beyond, way beyond has so much to offer you, and yet you're stuck because we had it good, because we work so well together, because it you know, like everything passed, and I'm sure that we would really do well in the future. I'm sure you would, because in the future you probably were together. But right now it's like just accepting the unknown as whatever. I don't even know. I have no idea where we're going with this. I have no idea what's happening. I have no idea. And that's the beautiful thing about this, is like facing the unknown. And that's it. And being open to love, loving yourself, loving the experience, and not like holding on to an old experience, holding on to how you felt before, when you were doing whatever you were doing with whoever you were doing with, because it's an old energy. Yesterday is old. Today, right now, 2 minutes ago is old energy. It's like when you wrap your head around that, then you're open for change. And change is not doing like whatever ailed you in the past, whatever held you back, whoever made you feel like shit, whoever or whatever it is that kept you down, feeling not good about yourself, feeling useless and worthless, or kept you swirling around and around the box, always chasing after the last dollar, whatever it is. Why would you want to go back to that and think that it's going to change in the future? And maybe it would change in the future, but you have to do something completely different. And you can't expect to feel that feeling anymore because that's done. So you go in expecting a new feeling, like a completely new thing, changing it all up. That is where we're heading, and that's the change that's unavoidable. That is like, stop playing in the old. You're blocking your own creativity. You're blocking your own nurturing of self. You're not even able to step into your power as the Empress here, or as the Divine Feminine energy. Which, if you're masculine watching this, your Divine Feminine is your higher self, so you care about this. This is important to you too. So you're living in the fear of the unknown when you have to just embrace the unknown. Like, fuck it, right? Who cares? Whatever's coming is coming. So be it. And if you're feeling the triggers, then freaking feel the triggers. This is what's important. This is what's being called out to you right now. But stop with the deadline. Stop with like, I have to be with this person by September. I have to open my business by July. I have to travel by May. Like, who? Why? Who's telling you need to do these things? Your mind? Stop it. Who cares? Go with the flow. Embrace it. Be open to whatever is coming at you, whatever messages are coming towards you. It's like such a freeing feeling. And I really like, I don't know, this box, it scares the frick out of me. Like, it's so claustrophobic to me. Like, why would you even want to be in that box? No, man. There's like a hole in the middle that's saying you have one place of escape. Take it and go into this beautiful, expansive world of the unknown. No fears, no guilt, no manipulation, no stress. Freedom to be who you are, however you act, however you dress, however you love, however you are. This is what's coming here, Sagittarius. It's really clear that some of you have been jilted in love. Some of you have been hurt by others. Some of you, like, there is some pain and some forgiveness that needs to be done here. But it's also, and there's maybe a woman around you too that is causing this. But it's also you, this Empress. You stunting your own expression, creative expression. You stunting your growth. You like, giving your power away by not dealing with the triggers, or by like fearing the unknown. And stop with the deadlines. Like, this is like making me like, I feel like I'm a headache watching this card here, like TikTok. Like, no more, man. Oh my God, let it go. This to me feels like there's new love coming in for you, or a new passion is coming in for you. Maybe a new, completely different creative outlet is showing up for you. Take advantage of this, or a new love, right? New relationship. But when you step outside of this is when all these little changes will start happening. But please, 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 I implore you to do the work. We need to do this work. If something is coming up, if an old relationship keeps showing up and you're making you feel sad, an old, whatever it is that you did, a whole hobby, an old something, job or lifestyle that keeps coming up and saying, hey, you should go back to it. You need to freaking face it. Feel the emotions through it. Forgive it, release it. We need to do that. You don't want to do that. You could stay in the box. So that's your prerogative. But to get out of that box, it requires us to do the freaking work. As like painful as it is. Because some of you are holding yourself back, and that's why the Empress is like this. Wow, I like this. All right, Sagittarius, we got this. We're looking beyond the box into the great unknown of colorful explosion. Change is here. Are you ready to take it? I hope so. I love you. Check your rising and your moon for other messages, and also like, comment, share, subscribe, and super thanks if you can. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Capricorn. We got Know Your Fears. So, this card. This is the whole journey that we're on, this spiritual journey, is to come face to face with our fears. Come face to face with that which is uncomfortable, that which we don't like about ourselves or like about other people. All of it, all the shit that's coming up is confrontation, right? And it's uncomfortable as F. But when you know the fears that are coming up, when you know, and you can detect it, and you step into the awareness of it, and you can step back and observe it, that is power, my beautiful Capricorns. That is knowing how to not get attached to this fear. So I know a lot of you, and I know some Capricorns out there that are aware of these fears, and they dip into them every single time, and they still fall into the trap of that fear. So it's like, it's practice, it's work. But when you can not fear anything, it's freedom. So this is your job this week, and for the next few weeks, and for sure for the next few years. So let's dig into this, please. All right, so we have Temperance in reverse. So Temperance is Sagittarius, and in reverse is Temperance is like finding moderation, finding balance with your emotions and your mental. And it's in reverse, so you're resisting the balance. You're resisting something. You're resisting your mastery. OMG, the Hangman, sacrifice, observing. Okay, I love it. The Hierophant, wisdom. Taurus, Sagittarius, Pisces, energy. Never-ending story. Yes, Capricorn. Okay. Change tracks. Okay. Say no. Wow, these are potent cards. Your challenge is the mask. Fuck. All the world's a stage, said William Shakespeare. And this is like not a metaphor. This is the truth. We are in a freaking movie. This is a theater. Everyone is wearing a mask. But let's look even in the reality of things. Masks is people who pretend to be something, and then they show their true colors. We see true colors here, and we see the darkness here. It's like people hiding behind their facades, and then they're turning on you. So the mask here is like, you have to be careful of these freaking players all around you. People manipulating you, people playing around for their own benefit, people playing their roles in the matrix, and you falling for them. So this is a huge reading for you, Capricorn, because you're in the middle of it. I almost feel like you're in the middle of facing your fears here. You're at a point in your life where it could be Sagittarius that you're not finding equilibrium with. Like you're not on the same page as somebody in your life. And it doesn't have to be Sagittarius, it's just because it is a Sagittarius card, but it could be anyone in your life. There's like a distrust here. Like you're not sure where you stand with this person. You're not sure where you stand in your job, in your marriage, in your relationship, in your whatever it is, in your school, in whatever. You're like, and it's so beautiful because it's like the Hierophant shows up, and in this card, usually the Hierophant is very traditional and customary, but in this card, he's like a scholar, right? He's holding this book of light. He's a wise man, an inner knowing. He knows that there's an imbalance here. He knows that there's something wrong here. And he's like, why am I playing in this game? Why am I choosing to play in this sphere, in this movie, that bring up all these fears constantly over and over again, making me face them every single day of my life? What is wrong? It's a never-ending story. It's like always the same thing coming up every day, and then I'm trapping myself back into that emotion every single day. And why am I doing that to myself? Say no. It's time to say no. It's time to stand up for yourself. Someone wants to play the game and they want to manipulate, they want to wear 7,000 masks with you. So be it. Let them wear the 7,000 masks. But you can say, yo, no, that's not working for me. It's time to stand up. And there's a lot of signs that are being asked to stand up in their truth. Taurus is one of them. Your fellow Taurus sign, earth sign. So it's like, it's time to not accept the bullshit, which is what you get with a mask wearer, right? Not a that kind of mask, but like I'm telling, a theatrical mask. Like, who is hiding behind that mask? It's time. Oh my God, this is like such a potent reading. It's time to change tracks. Are you on the track of going nowhere? Are you constantly feeling left out? Are you constantly feeling that undermined? Are you constantly feeling unloved, unworthy? Are you constantly feeling fearful for your job, for your relationship, for your life, for your money, for your abundance, for whatever it is? What is the fear that is coming up for you? Security, for stability? It's time to change tracks, Capricorn. Why do you keep going down the same track? Why do you keep bringing this fear? Like, why not facing the fear? This is the number one thing for all of us. It's like, why do we keep what is it? The word repeating the same patterns day after day after day. Hangman is sacrifice. Hangman is observation. Step outside of yourself. Hang by the tree. Look at the situation before you. Why am I afraid of this? I am worthy. Why am I afraid of losing my job? Why am I afraid to lose this relationship? Why am I afraid? If you have fear of losing any of these things, then there's something that you need to really go deeper within you to understand that fear. Why would you always be afraid of losing something? Why would you be always afraid of trusting someone? Why would you always be afraid of instability? Because that is something ingrained within you as a child. Something like your inner child is calling out, saying, hey, like, we need to fix this. We need to work on this. We need to purge, Capricorn, because it's gonna continuously coming back as a never-ending story. And that you don't want that. Like, I mean, I wouldn't want that in my life. I would not want to be always on the same track. You know those like train tracks as children? You're always on the same track, and now it's time to make a detour. Change the track, change the movie, change the play. Like, this is not working. This is like people hiding. People almost having fun at your expense. That's what this is. Like, you can't trust anybody with this kind of energy here if you stay on the same track. There's definitely an imbalance. There's something happening here with your with the Temperance card here. You keep dipping backwards all the time. Like, oh, I feel really good. Oh no, my God. No. Like, you're so unstable when it comes to whatever it is we're talking about, the relationship, the work, the whatever. You're not listening. You're not listening into your heart. You're allowing this never-ending story, this mask people to take over to keep bringing up these fears inside you. But you know what the big thing here is that your job right now, Capricorn, is to actually like say no to all this, but also face your fears. Really look at your fears and really work on that. Really like sift through them and forgive and release. Like we need to, like, once you don't live with fear, there's, what else is there? So anyone can say anything to you and you're like, okay, right? Because this fear of losing a job, or this fear of losing a relationship, or this fear of, what is that? That's like mind control. Why are you afraid of it? If you're really good at your job, why would you be afraid of it? Why would you be afraid of losing your relationship? If the love was 100%, why would you be afraid of it? Because you're insecure. But why are you insecure? And you got to go back there and understand that. If you trust the universe, if you trust your partner, if you trust this, then there's no fear, right? It's all coming. Oh my God, it's like so clear, Capricorn. It's time to change tracks. It's like there. It's time to say no when you have to say, when you have to say no. It's time to say no. You say yes when you have to say yes. But enough with people like taking advantage of you. Enough. It's like shady people showing their true colors behind their masks. Playing the game, and you're playing the movie with them. You're like, oh yeah. And then it's this never-ending loop. It's always the same shit every single day, every week. It changes. It's time to step outside of these stories and create a new story. Instead of being in the same loop over and over and over again. And the only way you create a new story is you say goodbye to the fears. Say goodbye to all these patterns, these negative, these patterns, these recurring emotions that keep showing up. You know what to do. You know what to do. Maybe you need to reach out to a Taurus. Who knows? But you know what to do. A Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I mean, it's you guys, right? So this is so clear to me and these cards. I don't even have to go any further. It's very clear. You're choosing to stay on the same track. You're choosing to relive the fear, the trauma, the emotion over and over again because you're falling for the movie that's playing out with you in whatever situation it is. That's all, and that's it. But I'm going to give you another message because I have it and I feel like it. Capricorn. There's another message to give them. Eight of Cups. Pisces energy. It's time to leave. It's time to make a move. Release yourself from all this. Release yourself from the play here, from the track. Release yourself from this, something that's holding you there that seemingly makes you happy, but in the end doesn't. It keeps you like, it's like happiness laced with fear. Wow. It's time to make a move. Capricorn, it's very clear. I don't know if it's all the Capricorns out there, but this one is a big one. You are holding on to something that's not working. You're resisting this change. You're choosing to stay in an uncomfortable situation. You're choosing to stay in a fear-filled relationship, job environment, school environment, whatever it is. Whatever it is, it's a big play. Like, no, it's not funny, but it really is. Okay, Capricorn, that's what I got for you this week. Don't hate the messenger. I love you. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. And share, like, comment, subscribe. And super thanks if you can. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aquarius. We got you were born to create. Like I said on Instagram and Facebook, if you're coming from there, this is like a beautiful energy to me. It's exactly where we're supposed to be right now in our lives, especially coming off of Pluto Aquarius. We're moving into something completely new. And who else to start us off but Aquarians, right? You're our rebels, you are our free thinkers, you are the revolutionaries of the zodiac. So yes, it makes sense that we will be moving into the age of Aquarius. We need you to move into these new innovations, new high-tech, new world. Like, how are we going to move into a new world if we just keep stagnant into the old? And what does that mean for you? You're like, what does that mean for me? Like, it means I stop holding on to an old story. Stop holding on to the relationship that's not working. Stop holding on to the family, the friend, whatever that's holding you back. Stop holding on to the job that you can't stand. Like, when you can't stand something and you still continue doing it, it ripples into the collective, and we all have to deal with that. That's how close knit we are. So it's time to create fresh. You don't like your job? It's like, now you change it. Not like, okay, I'll stay because I need the money. Well, you can get the money elsewhere, like with doing something that you love. You're like that's the way you are. You're a thinker like that. Use your mind. I'm getting upset at you, but I'm not getting upset at you. All right, so we have fucking 1,000 cards here. Anyways, let's go. Hierophant energy. Capricorn just had that. So, teach. The devil. Okay. Master. The Three of Pentacles, recognition and reward. We have 3 of these. Correct your mistakes. Trust the divine plan, 100%. Reevaluate your priorities. Interesting. Regeneration. Generation. Who? I'm not sure. New generation. The mother is your challenge. And your second challenge is the starborn. My God, why do you have the devil? You're killing me. All right, so what is this happening here? What's going on here? Well, right away, when I look down at the cards and I see this. This is the devil card, which is not so bad because it's like the psychic tarot of love, right? So it's like a calmer version of the thing. But you see he's holding his heart and it's caged in. So right away I see you're controlling your heart. Which your heart is the expansive part of you. It's the heart chakra that is you. You are the heart, right? We are the heart of this planet. We are the light of this planet. And here he has it all, the light and the heart, neatly in this little box. What does that say? Is that you guys are trying to control how you feel. You're trying to control your emotions. You're trying to control the way you... love, the way you express yourself. This doesn't work like that, Aquarius. I know that your mind, it's all about mind for you, but you're doing too much control and manipulation. You're manipulating. You're manipulating yourself or others, but I feel like it's yourself. Some of you are being encouraged to teach, perhaps, something that you know very well, that will help others in the healing process. Doesn't have to only be healing process, something that really rings true to your heart, and you're not doing it. Like you're, I don't know, I just feel a lot of control energy here. Mind, your ego is taking a little part of you. You know, reevaluate your priorities. you know, I'm not a big fan of like priorities and stuff like that, but like it feels to me that you're thinking too much, right? You're putting too much thought in your life plan. You're putting too much thought in your relationship, into whatever. Like, let's say, you know, you have a soulmate. You know that this is going to happen. You know that, you know things, right? You know things. And you're placing expectations on these things. You're putting expectation, you're putting deadlines on certain things in your life. Like, it's like, I feel like you're not trusting the flow, which is unusual for you, but it is not unusual, because you're very mind. There's the part of you that needs to release and allow things to just be. If you're not in love right now, then so be it. Why do we need to be in love? It's the same thing I told Aries, and the same thing I told somebody else. I'm not sure who it is, but what is this thing? This is the part of the matrix. This is part of the illusion that we need to be in a partnership. It's not because I'm single, people. It's because it's truth. I've been like with many relationships in my life, but it's like there's this, it's that fairy tale illusion out there that makes you obsessed with being with a partner. Well, I can't be complete without it. No, Sabrina, I'm complete without it. So then what is the rush? Why do we have to force ourselves to get in love and get married? And why do we have to stay with these people? And why don't we have to shut our mouth when they're annoying the frick out of you? Why can't you just be completely transparent in your relationship? No, but we compromise. What's the compromise? That is the fucking 3D world. That's the matrix. It's enough not being yourself. Why can't you be yourself? So you're freaking crazy? So be crazy, man. I don't understand. Why do we have to fit in a box? And that is this box that keeps showing up to me. It feels to me like you're playing in the game. And it's not like you. And it's bothering me. Right? I'm like, you're not a game player, Aquarius. And yet here you are. The Hierophant is the same idea. The Taurus energy. Capricorn energy, the earth energies. It's like, I'm going to just sit and teach, you know what I need, my wisdom and my knowledge to people. But do it because it's coming from your heart, because you want to share whatever gift you have. You have a gift of music, you have a gift of writing, you have a gift of clairvoyance, you have a gift of accounting, whatever it is, numbers. Share because you want to share. Not share because, I need to be a healer of the world, or I need to... No. Be authentic with yourself. This is how we change the world, because you unapologetically you, and not controlling your love life, and not controlling how you share your love and your creativity and your expression. And this is very disturbing to me. Even more than the actual devil's card, because it's like compartmentalizing your love and compartmentalizing your light beingness. And yet some of you have this beautiful card, which is the Three of Pentacles. So you'll be working with others, Three of Pentacles, collaborating with others, and you will be rewarded. So there's that feeling coming through. It could be through teaching, could be through workshops, community. Like, that's what it feels here. Trust the divine plan. I mean, that's my go-to. Correct your mistakes. I mean, what does that even mean, correct your mistakes? Let me see what it means actually in the book. Your divine invitation is quickly admit your errors and seek to correct them to the best of your ability without causing further harm to others. Ask your higher self for support with this process as you apologize, ask forgiveness, and make amends. Take action to reverse any damage you've done and mean what you say. Learn from your experience and let it go. You know what else I think when I read this? It's like, correct your mistakes from within. Like, apologize to other people. I totally agree with that, whatever. But it's more like step into the awareness of the mistakes you've made for yourself. Like the things that you said to people that you felt uncomfortable with. You feel like that it's not aligned with your higher self, right? It's not aligned with your higher soul, and start to make reparations on that. You caging your heart in and holding it hostage because you have an idea that it belongs to someone else. That's like, let it go, man. Or you holding your heart and protecting, like, your heart doesn't need protection. You are fully protected. You have a Merkaba of 8 feet wide of auric field around you, protecting you at all times. Your higher self is here, your guides and your spirits are all here to protect you. You are not, there's no one coming here. The only thing that comes and hurts you is yourself. Anything that you think is an outside factor is you. Your reflection. It's you, that what you have created in this illusion is coming back at you. So that is correcting your mistakes. Like, okay, I freaking created that version of me. I'm not really liking that much, but I'm going to go back into my childhood, or I'm going to go back 5 years ago, and I'm going to forgive that energy, and I'm going to release it from this cage. Because it's time for regeneration. It's time for new. Like I've said in a few other readings here, the past is the past. The future is the future. We have lived both. We are living now, and the next is new. How do we get to the new? Is we dissolve, which is what is happening now. We destruct the old, and we don't live in that energy anymore. It's not who you are. But you choose to remain in that energy, then you choose to remain in the old. These are choices you make. You choose to live with channelings of the future, your visions of the future, which have already existed. That's living again in something old. What we're going to has no vision, because we have no freaking idea what's coming. So every single day is a completely new day. And that's where we're heading. It's important to say goodbye to the old you. Unless you want to keep the old you, that's your prerogative. It's like not for me to do it. But if you're trusting the divine plan, then that means that's not you anymore. It never was you. It was just part of the illusion. You're part of the illusion now. So let's change things up. So, I didn't even get to the challenge yet. The challenge is your mother and the starborn. Which I was like, wow, man, I didn't even read about them, but the starborn to me is you. You are Aquarius. You don't trust your divineness. You don't trust your uniqueness. You are too much playing in an old energy. You're too much sticking to how you used to make money, how I used to do this, how I channel this, how I hear things. Who cares? Boom, old. Last year, yesterday. Move forward. Stop holding, stop attaching to the energies of the old. Stop attaching to how you used to be with your relationship before, like a year ago, or how you used to, where you used to work, where you used to make money. It's enough. Like, you're a freaking star. Like, you're a star born. And we're here to create new. And we're here to do nothing. And you have a mother energy. So for me, I feel like you might have a controlling mother around you, grandmother, woman in your life that could be controlling you or affecting you in a negative, I hate negative, or like, or you're resisting, like a mother energy, you're resisting this maternal energy coming towards you. That could be it too. Or it could be a controlling mother in energy. I just feel like I feel like you don't have a clear path as to where you want to go. And you're making it worse by caging your, like, pretending to protect your heart, or you're not being your authentic self. And like, not everybody, like, normal is like, who wants to be normal? Like, I don't understand that. It's like, normal is what anyways? What is normal? I don't even know what that is. You're holding on to like for me, when you protect yourself, when you attach, like, you work with ego, you work with your mind. What are you protecting? You're a freaking starborn. What, like, unless you're holding on to old stories, of course, if you're bringing up old stories all the time, yeah, then maybe you want to protect, but you don't want to. I don't understand that. You have to let yourself go, let your heart open up your heart, and trust the divine plan. That's it, Aquarius. So I know this is a very spiritual reading I'm giving you, because I don't see, like, I could see that you might be starting a webinar community, or you could start like a teaching, or you're going to start doing something like that. And there's change definitely coming, and you are resisting a mother, or you're rejecting yourself as a star, is what I see. And reevaluate your priorities. It's like, yeah, like, let's, like, change it up here, because you're holding on to the matrix by doing this. You're holding on to the reality, which is a big movie. It's a freaking play out there. It's an illusion. You've created this illusion, and you're holding on to it so tightly that you're not allowing your heart to take over, for the expression of love to express itself fully. And the only way it can express itself fully if it's free, and it's not stuck in the old ways. Correct your mistakes, to me, speaks to, like, you going back, all the triggers coming up, you freaking attacking them, figuring them out, dealing with them. It's time, Aquarius. It's time for freaking change. And you're the change maker here, and it's time to change your way of looking at things. It's time to do things with gusto and with love and with passion. It's time to follow your heart when it comes to relationships, when it comes to your job, when it comes to your families, when it comes to work, when it comes to whatever it is. Travel, like, truly listen. Stop holding it in a protective box, because that's just your ego wanting to hold on to your heart. Your heart doesn't need your ego to protect it. There's no, like, it's you. You are a heart, right? You are a starborn. You need to trust yourself. You need to trust the plan and let it go. I just feel like I just feel like there's a female energy around you, like, holding you down. And be careful of that female energy. It's a divine feminine energy, so it could be a man with a divine feminine energy, but like someone holding you back from full expression of self. This is your reading, Aquarius. I hope this resonated. I know this was like very spiritual, but this is how I do. So check your rising and your moon for other messages, and like, comment, share, and subscribe, and super thanks if you can. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Pisces. We got calm in the storm. So definitely, if there's a storm brewing in your life, you are the foundation of this storm, I guess. Maybe you're the cause of the storm, that's why you're calm. Or maybe you are the person that they look to find the calm in this storm. So I just feel like when I see a calm in the storm, it feels really good, but I also feel like there is something rumbling around you. What can that be? And we're going to look at that now. So, I have a lot of cards too. We have 5 of Cups, which is a change of focus. And the 5 of Cups is an energy of a little bit depression, a little bit looking at things in half glass, like glass half full, half empty kind of way. So it's changing the way you look at things. Two of Pentacles, finding balance. The World card, beautiful. Message in a bottle. A change in the wind. Change is upon you. Face your shadow. Like, wow. Reassess. Okay, and you got two. Dude, what is this? You have two challenges. The underworld and the storm. The storm, people. It's in your challenge. Oh my God. What is that? All right, so what is going on with you, Pisces? Definitely there's something brewing. So this storm is definitely something brewing, because for it to show up in the underworld is like some sneaky ass shit, man. Like when you think of the underworld, you think of like deception. You know, I think of Seven of Swords energy, like envy and dealings, like illegal dealings. And the storm is, I mean, lies, right? Dishonesty. The storm is like the Tower card. So the shit's going down for you guys. You're in the middle of something, and yet you're calm in the storm. Maybe it's something that is, maybe it's like, I mean, obviously not every single Pisces. It's like this underworld is like, it feels nefarious. It feels like, face your shadow is there, let's say. Change your focus is here. Like, it just feels to me like definitely the World card is here. So it feels like you're moving through this storm. It's not comfortable to me at all. Like you're having to make some decisions in your life, whether it comes to work, whether it comes to love, relationships, whatever it is, like family, friends, travel, like something that's important in your life. Maybe you had to come to this decision because you got a message, you got like a communication, email, a text, or something has come in requiring a big change. Right? If I look at all these things, reassess. There's a reassessment involved here. So some of you perhaps received the message, and now it's time to reprioritize your life and reassess where your relationship is, where you stand in your company, where you are, your job, there's just this like feeling of change is required. The storm is here because someone either lied to you, someone is backstabbing you, someone is cheating on you, so, like the underworld. What do you think of that? You think of like dealings, you know, like like gangster dealings, right? So what is that for you? Are you the one involved in this? Is there someone like doing this to you? There's like a storm here, and it's asking you to reassess. Like maybe you're partnered with someone that works like that, and you're like, that's not who I am. Maybe you're, you know, and it's like coming up in your face, and I'm like, no, I don't know if I'm interested in this anymore. Kind of, it's like you're changing your whole perspective here. You're in the face, you're facing your shadow. Maybe the shadow is your underworld, right? Like we all have a lot of demons in our shadows, a lot of like hidden fears, a lot of things we don't speak out in public to, like, you know, there's a lot of that crap inside of us. So that could be your underworld that's rumbling, And it's saying, okay, it's time to freaking face your trauma. Maybe some of you have been emotionally, verbally, physically abused in the past, molested, or hurt, cheated on, whatever it is. There's all this feeling here, and it's like rumbling. And you're being like poised. You know, I'm the calm in the storm, but it's like rumbling, and you're like, I'm done. I can't. But instead of just allowing it to rumble, you need to face it. Like everyone else in this freaking reading, we're needing to face and confront our shadows, and like see them, like, and feel them, feel through them, cry them, shout at them, yell at them, you know, do whatever you need. But there is some really intense energy showing up for you, Pisces, and it's like forcing you to change the way you look at things. And now you're reassessing, and you're like, okay, so is this person doing this to me? Why is this person doing this to me? When I look in the mirror, have I allowed this behavior to happen before? Did I stay my mouth shut about it in the past, and now I need to come out with it? I need to talk to someone. I need to release this from my system. That is what's happening here. Because a change in the wind is necessary. You're being asked to make a massive turnaround in your life, or you will remain in this storm, and the storm will follow you. And the underworld is just the one that freaks me out the most. It's like yucky. Because the storm is great for me. It's like a tower. It's like in your face, chaos, conflict. Let's go. Like, let's look at this. But the underworld is kind of freaked me out here, because it means that something really dark and deep that you have buried really, really tight and deeply is coming up for reassessment. It's coming up for you to face it. It's coming up for you to deal with it, because it's time. It's like you cannot move into this new journey if you do not. You cannot be the calm of the storm here. It's not working for you, Pisces. You need to face all the worms and the vermin and all this crapola that's happening here, whether it was brought on by you, whether it was brought on by someone else. If it was brought on by someone else, then that's you. It's like it was a lesson for you to learn, as painful as it was. If it's brought on by you, then it's your lesson. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's no one to blame or shame here, but there's definitely a lot to forgive and release here. Because you've been holding, and it's not working for you, Pisces. And this is, we're back again here, Pisces, because you keep brushing things away. You just, oh yeah. Surface. You're surface everything. This is not the time to be surface. We are all working energetically by shifting and facing the fears and the shadows. And the only way we get out of this destruction phase of the earth is by every single human on this planet clearing the vessel. And this is where you're at. You might get communication this week, like an email, text, a phone call, what have you, a DM, and that will shake things up for you. It'll be like a trigger. It might trigger you into this. But instead of like, no, deleting it, I need you to face it. And there's a moment where you're going to find yourself at odds, where you're going to have to like face up to what decisions that you've made that have caused harm for other people, maybe, or decisions that you've made that have caused harm for yourself. And being a calm in the storm is not really the answer, because you need to really dive into this right now. It's really imperative, because change is here for you. I can't express this enough. Change is just at your doorstep, for a bright new world, a bright new path that's opening up for you. But to get there is going to be like really rough, I got to tell you. But you know what? We've gone this far. This is like you having to go through the drudges of life, of like certain situations are going to show up in your life that you've like ignored for the longest of times. I feel like these are old, like you can almost feel like these are older, even lifetimes of pain right here coming up for you to face. So do as much as you can, like this week or next week, whatever it comes up. Try to rest, relax, sleep as much as you can. Listen to your body, listen to your higher self. When it's time for a little bit of movement to happen here. I'm going to give you a final, I don't know, I'm going to call Pisces, please. A little final message for them. Oh my God, hello. That's so funny. 6 of Swords. It's time to make a change. Like, it's time to move away from something. You're carrying these fears with you. There's no way that you're leaving the fears behind. You can move into like a new path, but you have to take these, like you have to face each of these, and she's carrying them with her because she knows that she has to work through them. It's time. It's time. It's like, I feel like a lot of signs are working really hard through their triggers, and you've like skated past your triggers. I'm sure a lot of you have like done your work, and kudos to you. But there's like some underlying ones coming up for you, and this is it. This is how we move into the new. This is it, Pisces. I hope this resonates. I know these readings sometimes are so challenging, and they're challenging for me as a reader as well. But like I say, I never want to skirt around issues. I just feel like it's there, and for the ones that resonate with, and for the ones that are open enough to take this on, I thank you. And if not, just go check your rising and your moon, and maybe you'll get a different message. But all the messages this week have been intense, so I don't know, go find another tarot reader who's going to give you happy all the time. This is happy to me, by the way, because me like telling you to confront that trigger is actually what's going to free yourself from that. Not like, oh, it's all happy in your job, you're going to get a promotion. Like, I mean, if I saw it, I would tell you. I don't see it. I see you like moving into a new direction. Definitely a new journey coming up for you, but you're having to make a massive purge. All right, Pisces, I love you. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and super thanks if you can, and I'll see you next week.